Power to the people.
Somebody, somewhere out there, please find Joe Biden and get this man a rocking chair, a folding chair. Please get this man something that he can help assist him get to the nearest nursing home, because Joe Biden has finally crashed all the way out, y'all. And so has the Democratic Party, y'all. Just like the foundational Black American Black Grassroots has always said. The nursing home is calling. Please get this man a room. Please get this man an attic, a basement, anywhere where you can find it. Please get this man and let him know something, because it has always been Vote Couch for 2024, and it has always been foundational Black Americans standing on business. Who saw the debate last night? I need to know who seen the debate last night, if you call it that, because what I seen was the man who's 357 years old. He cannot no longer understand where he is, does not know what's going on. And today we're going to break it down and let everybody know that when you're nursing home Joe, or they call you Sleepy Joe, then you got a hard time coming. And foundational Black Americans right now, right here, family, we're going to make every single thing even worse for the Democratic Party. They had their chance and they botched it. So now it's foundational Black Americans putting in that work. Yes, indeed. Certified. Here we go. Let's go, family. Y'all know we had to tap in tonight. Y'all see the signs, right? Look behind me. Look at the screen. That's what the Democrats done did, y'all. That's what the Democrats did. They had their opportunity, all right? Foundational Black Americans, we sat out in the cold for the longest. You had grandmas and grandpas doing everything to carry that party, and that party never did nothing for foundational Black Americans. So now we watching these folks crash out live and in living color. Family, didn't we see it? Didn't we call it? Every single thing that you're seeing right now go on with the Democrats, we called it. The Democrats are over. It's a wrap, fam. Joe Biden is over. You got Roland Martin beeping all over the place, cussing out his whole goddamn panel. Why? It's because they're going down the drain. Why? It's because foundational Black Americans put in work. When I say we got political power by sitting on that couch, I mean we got political power by sitting on that couch. And everybody's seeing it right now. That debate, family, was pathetic. And we're going to say it right now. This is the worst election in American history. These two candidates are the worst candidates in American history. Both of them are in their 80s. And one of them, let's be real, one's probably about 180. But that's another story for another day. Thing is, though, fam, when we sit here and we break all this down and we call it out, everybody has to understand that foundational Black Americans, we said exactly what was going to happen in this election. And they didn't want to believe us. So now we're going to do what we always do. What I say, get your popcorn ready, sit back and relax, and watch the way it all unfolds. The Democrats did not want to give us what we asked for, what we've been out here in the streets putting to work for. Let's be real, y'all. Where would the Democrats be without foundational Black Americans? How do you disrespect your number one voter block? Somebody tell me that. Somebody tell me how you do it. And if you do that, the older generations used to, let them get away with it. We don't. If they disrespect us, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to disrespect them, and we're going to do it by sitting on the couch. So somebody get that man in nursing home. Please, like I said, a folding chair, a walking chair, however you get it, get this man in a nursing home ASAP, because the whole goddamn world is watching, and foundational Black Americans been calling it out. And now it is time, y'all. Now it is time. What we've all been working for, what we all been out here in the streets putting in work for on a consistent basis, now is the time that we can get this party out of here. We've been saying it right here on the Black Alpha Network for so long, that our political power does not look like anyone else's political power. That's what we've been saying, right? Well, guess what, fam? Now it is time for all of us to make sure the dividends are paid. And we can do that by watching this party go down the drain. That was a laughing stock. Wasn't nobody on the planet Earth sitting there watching that and thinking highly of the United States of America. This candidate, this president, they are out here embarrassing America. And I'm going to tell you why them falling down the drain is a good thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, can I ask y'all this question? Somebody, please. Somebody. What's up with the cough? Why this dude cough every single word? Why this man said, I'm Joe Biden, president of 1922. I'm 99 years old. The man can't even talk without coughing. The man can't even speak without dazing in the sky. We've been breaking it down. Y'all know about 3 weeks ago, I showed everybody he's literally on stage relieving himself. Why his wife got to walk him everywhere he go? How come he got to get handed? How come they got to pass this man off? This man is not fit for president. And we've been the only ones saying it. All of these people right now talking about how bad Joe Biden is, that's because of us. We the ones who put that on the line. If we weren't out here saying no tangibles, no vote, nobody would be saying a thing, y'all. Nobody be saying nothing. So now it's time for us to go ahead and sit back and watch that Democratic plantation go to the ground. It's time. It's time. We've been out here rallying the streets. We've been out here protesting. We've been marching. We've been going to the task force and to all these hearings. And we've been saying the same thing. No reparations, no vote. No tangibles, no vote. They don't want to give us what we want. So now we can sit back and watch the Democratic plantation go down. We can watch the Democratic shields go down. And we can watch Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Master Joe, Nursing Home Joe go right down the same exact path. Now, y'all know when I got to put this up early, you already know what time it is. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This video, all these clips, family, are for scholarship. They are for teaching. They are for research. Fair use, fair use, fair use. In effect, we are going to put in that work, and we're going to break down why the Democrats have finally seen the end and why Joe Biden is going to see the end, and they will never get a foundational Black American vote because we are going to vote couch 2024 and beyond until they run our check. Let's do what we always do, family. Let's get right to work and break down how this whole election is about foundational Black Americans getting our tangibles and how that whole debate was about foundational Black Americans telling y'all when you let Mr. Magoo be the president, this is exactly what you receive in the meantime and in between time. Let's go to work. Family, did you see when Donald Trump called out Joe Biden? First off, look at the guy's face right there. Already look at him right there, fam. He already doesn't know where he's at. The man doesn't know what day it is, what time it is. He don't know nothing. So y'all look at that right there and already see this man is gone, ain't got a clue, don't know what's happening. The man probably thinks he's a senator. He probably don't even know his name. He probably think he Donald Trump. He probably think that he's Donald Trump going against Joe Biden, who's somebody else. This is what we're talking about. But I want y'all to see how Donald Trump family is out there using foundational Black American grassroots talking points. Let's make that clear. When you see Donald Trump come out and say, you've been calling Black folks super predator. We've been the only ones saying that because the Roland Martins and the Vanessa Jones, they ain't been saying none of that. By the way, we're going to show you Vanessa Jones was literally on TV last night about to cry. Yes, Roland Martin cussed out his whole panel. Yes, Democratic shields, they hiding, they ducking, they running because we done ran them all out the paint. So let's make it very clear. When we make our statements and we put out the narrative, everybody watches, including Donald Trump. Donald Trump hears what we say about the Democrats, then he says it to them live on the debate stage. One more time, family. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Watch this shamble of a response from Joe Biden when Donald Trump says what we be saying.
And what he's done to the Black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super was his name, and he called it to them, and they've taken great offense at it, and now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically Black colleges and universities, where I funded them and got them all funded, and the opportunity zones with Tim, as you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job, great senator from South Carolina.
He already looking down. No. We got to run it back. Look at how he says, what? What do you mean I said super predator? I never said that. Yeah, the hell you did. And then you put that on legislation, Joe.
And what he's done to the Black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name, and he called it to them, and they've taken great offense at it, and now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically Black colleges and universities, where I funded them and got them all funded, and the opportunity zones with with Tim. As you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job, great senator from South Carolina. He came to me with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful economic development acts ever in the country, opportunity zones. And the biggest beneficiary are blacks. And that's why we have the best numbers with them in maybe ever. They're saying ever. I read this morning where ever, the best numbers. He's lost much of the black population because he's done a horrible job for black people. He's also done a horrible job for Hispanics. But wait till you see these millions of people pouring into our country, and they're going to take the jobs, and it's already started, and you haven't seen anything yet. It's
okay, fam. Oh, we got to unpack that. Let's unpack that right there. First off, let's make this very clear. Both of those candidates, presidents, have never done anything for foundational black Americans. First off, let's put that on the table. We're not going to play this game where we're going to run from one plantation to the other. Let's make that crystal clear. However, what we are going to say is that when Joe Biden sits there and acts like he has no idea what is being said, when he sits there and acts like, what? I never said that. It was the foundational black American, black grassroots for eons. We were the ones talking about the 1994 crime bill, the same exact crime bill that every single black church, all the NAACPs, they were completely okay with it and completely down with it. That represents the same, I don't know what just happened. What you mean? I'm going to tell you what we mean. We mean that foundational black Americans ain't playing, and if you fuck around, you going to find out. That face you see right there on Joe Biden, that's the I done fucked around and found out look, okay? And we done made that look crystal clear. When you can no longer run to the black church because the black grassroots ran their ass out the paint, when you can no longer run to the NAACP because the black grassroots ran their ass out the paint, the Urban League, the Non-Action Network, can't nobody come to save you, Nursing Home Joe. So when you hear people calling you out, Nursing Home Joe, you're just going to have to sit there and accept it. The foundational black American compound has replaced the Democratic plantation. And when you see that happening, then you see a look just like that.
As we can't forget that. Super Predators was his name, and he called it to them, and they've taken great offense at it, and now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically black colleges and universities, where I funded them and got them all funded, and the opportunity zone.
By the way, he was looking at the teleprompter. Then he looked away.
With Tim, as you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job, great senator from South Carolina. He came to me with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful economic development acts ever in the country, opportunity zones. And the biggest beneficiary are blacks. And that's why we have the best numbers with them in maybe ever. They're saying ever. I read this morning where ever, the best numbers. He's lost much of the black population.
Let's go there. Why? Who? How? We talk about Joe Biden losing a lot of the black population. Oh, we in here heavy. Okay, let's go to work, y'all. We already got 330 people in the building. Let's go. Black Alpha Network, certified salute to the whole family. We rocking. Let's go. All right. So when we sit here and we talk about him losing a lot of the black vote, we got to start asking the question, who are you talking about? Who in the black community has left the Democratic plantation? We hear that Joe Biden is losing the black vote. They've been denying that for a long time. They've been denying that. So when we know that a lot of black folks ain't voting for the Democrats, then who are you talking about? Let me tell you who you talking about. You talking about the 330 plus people in here. We talking about all the certified foundational black Americans. You're talking about the same people who went to go see Microphone Check, who were at the rally for reparations, at the FBA Expo. You talking about all of them. This is who you're talking about when you speak of people leaving the Democratic plantation. And family, it's just starting. It's just starting. The goal is for us to become politically independent and void of emotion. We are doing what the previous generations never done. The previous generations did it all wrong. All wrong. I mean, completely wrong. 10 out of 10, they did wrong. You don't vote with emotion. You don't have a favorite W supremacist. You don't have a favorite racist. You don't say, my plantation is better than your plantation. That's what they used to do. We have ushered in a new era where now it's all about self. Foundational black Americans, we've always done the right thing. The difference is now we're doing what's right for us and us only. So people are leaving the Democratic plantation and they're coming on over here to this foundational black American grassroots compound. Over here, we do whatever the hell we want to do. Over here, we stand on lineage business. Over here, it's no reparations, no vote. And over here, if you fuck around, you gonna find out, and they finding out hard. We warned them, family. This debate last night was so pivotal and so powerful. It represents everything we've been working for in the Black grassroots for the last, I'd say, 7 to 10 years. All of the blood, sweat, and tears, all the time we done put in, all of us out there networking. This is what it represents, y'all. I told y'all how many times, y'all know I've been saying this on this channel now for about 2.5, 3 years, that when it boils down to it, foundational Black American victories are not like anyone else's victories. They get help, we do it by ourselves. They get handouts, we got to get our own. And like I said at the rally during my speech, when I rocked the house, I said, I like it that way. I like it this way. When foundational Black Americans stand over here and do our own thing, we make the whole system go down and watch the systems going down one by one. Family, this is going to have an after effect. This is going to have a shockwave that goes across the whole goddamn world. Our political power is being felt right now, y'all. I'm telling you, our political power is getting stronger than ever. And it is a beautiful thing. And it's all because of you. You guys are all responsible for it. Don't let these folks talk about people leaving the Democratic Party, but they don't want to tell you who. They don't want to tell you exactly the names. I'm going to tell you who it is. The people leaving the Democratic Party, like I said, that is us. And we've been the ones spearheading the whole goddamn thing. It ain't done. Now watch this. When they simply asked Joe Biden, why are so many Black Americans disappointed with you? The man coughed 32 times. The man sneezed 57 times. And then the man stumbled, fumbled, and bumbled 139 times. The man doesn't know who he is, y'all. This is the guy that they told us anybody but Trump 4 years ago. These are the people that hijacked the Breonna Taylor protest, George Floyd protest, Rashard Brooks, Ahmaud Arbery. This is the person they told us 4 years ago. Y'all go back and look at all of our timelines from Twitter. I know a bunch of y'all personally, okay? I seen y'all Twitter pages. We can go back to 2020, and y'all said what was going to happen now was going to happen, and I'll be damned. Are we ever wrong? Are we ever wrong? Pop your goddamn collar if you're a foundational Black American. Pop your goddamn collar. Let's pop some goddamn champagne, and we're going to celebrate stepping on the Democratic plantation because we're the ones who knocked it down. Therefore, we're going to be the ones who build our own right on top of that. Look at this right here, family. Watch Joe. Joe is giving that same I don't know what the hell is going on look right here, family. I want y'all to see this again. He has that same look the whole time. He couldn't answer simple questions. 2 + 2 is not 29. Okay, it's just not, Joe. You can't make it up. Look at him right there. He cannot get through a simple question, and it goes to show you they have no agenda for Black Americans. They had no plan for what they were going to tell us. They are still operating off of 1988 and Jesse Jackson. Well, this is 2024, and this is certified Black society. Deal with it. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Say to Black voters who are disappointed that you haven't made more progress.
You acknowledge you made a lot of progress, number one. The fact of the matter is, there's more small Black businesses that have been started than any time in history. Number two, the wages of Black unemployment is the lowest level it's been in a long, long time. Number three, we're providing housing for Black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporate operations that collude.
What? Hold on. Hold on. He don't know what he's saying. Look at him. He's trying to go. He's going back to 1988. Well, in him, he's probably going back to 1905, but that's another one. Watch him right here, y'all. He can't get it out.
And dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporate operations that collude to keep people out of their houses. And in addition to that, we find that the impact on the choice that Black families have to make relative to childcare is
what? Look, family, I'm gonna start that back. Watch how this man literally jumped from 6 different things. Nothing he says is solid. He goes from health care, he goes to child care. This man never stopped, spoke in detail with nuances because he's incapable of doing it. 1 is because he is 3,034 years old, and 2 is because they don't have an agenda for Black Americans.
What do you say to Black voters who are disappointed that you haven't made more progress?
They acknowledge you made a lot of progress, number one. The fact of the matter is, there's more small Black businesses that have been started than any time in history. Number two, the wages of Black unemployment is the lowest level it's been in a long, long time. Number three, we're providing housing for Black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporate operations that collude to keep people out of their houses. And in addition to that, we find that the impact on the choice that Black families have to make relative to childcare is incredibly difficult. When we did the first major piece of legislation in the past, I was able to reduce Black childcare costs. I cut them in half in half. We're going to make sure we provide for child care costs. We're going to make sure, because when you provide that child care protections, you increase economic growth because more people can be in the job market. So there's more to be done, considerably more to be done. But we've done a great deal so far, and I'm not letting up, and they know it.
Lie. I don't even know if that even, classifies, family, because the man is just literally winging it. He's winging it right there. Every single thing he said is a front. All that stuff about the best unemployment rates, that's all lie. That's all been debunked. No one says that other than Democratic shields, hands down. Foundational Black Americans, if you were doing that good, then every foundational Black American economically would be up. You can't sit here and say that you have the best unemployment rates for foundational Black Americans, but yet we're still at the bottom of the totem pole. Yet that we are still the last people with any type of economic opportunity, and we're still out here being economically deprived. Nice try. That is another one they fronted on. Then everything else he said was all lives matter. It's funny how when it comes to foundational Black Americans, it goes from Black to everybody. When it's everybody, it just stays with them. All lives matter. Everything he said was cap. Everything he said was a lie. And then notice how Donald Trump comes back and he does what I was just saying. Donald Trump starts using grassroots talking points. I'm telling y'all, what we've been saying has been picked up by the Republican Party and used against the Democrats. And I'm going to tell you why that's a good goddamn thing. I'm going to tell you why the couch is a good goddamn thing. And I'm going to tell you why popping your goddamn popcorn and watching these folks make fools of themselves is even a better thing.
You have 49 seconds left. What do you say to Black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any Black family, first-time home buyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those Black families and those Black individuals who provided had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged in nursing, and anything having to do with volunteerism.
What? Did he say ballooning or did he say baloney? What the heck? Did he say baloney or ballooning? I don't know what he was getting at right there. Hold on, let's run it back. And notice, the lady has to tell him, you still got 49 seconds left. The man didn't even exhaust all the time. Now, notice when they start talking about the Skittles bag community, he says, can I get a couple extra minutes? When he starts talking about all these other communities, it's can I get a few more seconds? When it comes to foundational Black Americans, the man sat there and told a bunch of lies and had to be reminded, you do know you still got time left, right? You can continue to speak. The reason why? Because they don't have an agenda. Look at him right there. Goes that look again, y'all. That, what? I don't know what's going on now. Okay, well, we're going to see what's going on election night. Watch it again.
49 seconds left. What do you say to Black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any Black family, first-time home buyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those Black families and those Black individuals who provided had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged in nursing, and anything having to do with volunteerism.
What?
If they paid their bills for 10 years on their student debt, all the rest is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more.
Stop. I don't know what the hell he said right there. And by the way, I don't know about y'all, but I counted 15 times in a 2-minute clip that he stuttered. He stuttered 15 times. And some of those things, I don't even know if they're stuttering, fam, because he makes this sound like he's gasping for air or something. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen, but you're seeing it. That's the president of the United States right there, y'all. That's the president of the United States. That right there is the nursing home that he needs to go to. And I will support him for nursing home, but I refuse to endorse or support him for president of the United States of America. And that is that right there. Now, as we proceed, notice this, y'all. He sits there and he stutters and fumbles and bumbles 100 different times. At this point, everybody across the planet has seen this. The dude couldn't even walk on stage right. When he walked on stage, he had to literally be assisted. He walks like a robot. It's the craziest thing ever. So as Donald Trump sits there and listens to him talk, Donald Trump comes right back after that, y'all, right immediately back. And Donald Trump does what we've been doing. What about immigration? Now, remember, when it comes down to immigration, y'all, he never, I'm talking about the whole Democratic Party. They don't talk about immigration. They don't never speak on what's really going on with immigration. Donald Trump follows right behind that about immigration. But I want to say something about the whole crime bill, right? We talk about the crime bill, and he sits there and tries to act like he had no clue what was going on when it came down to the whole super predator thing. He tried to make it look like he didn't know what it was. Okay. I want y'all to remember this. While all the Democratic shills were telling us that we needed to vote for Joe Biden, remember, Joe Biden just 3 years ago said he don't regret the 1994 crime bill. This ain't what Black Alpha saying. This is what Joe said. Watch him. Remember that face he made. Now watch this right here when he says, I don't regret it at all.
About how perspectives change over time. Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill. You ashamed of that?
Not at all.
You ashamed of that?
Not at all.
You ashamed of that?
Not at all. And the fact I drafted the bill, as you remember.
I know that.
And by the way, we talk about this mostly in terms of Black Lives Matter. Black lives really do matter. But the problem is institutional racism in America. The problem is institutional racism in America.
The speech last night, I watched the address, and then I watched the rebuttal from the junior senator of South Carolina last night, Tim Scott. He said, among other things, America isn't racist. Is it?
No, I don't think the American people are racist.
Stop. Did he not just sat there a second ago, y'all, and said the problem is institutional racism? Watch, he says it. The problem is institutional racism. A whole nother interview, he says American people ain't racist.
In America.
The speech last night, I watched the address.
The problem is institutional racism in America.
The speech last night, I watched the address, and then I watched the rebuttal from the junior senator of South Carolina last night, Tim Scott. He said, among other things, America isn't racist. Is it?
No, I don't think the American people are racist. I don't think the American people are racist. I don't think the American people are racist. But I think after 400 years, African Americans have been left in a position where they are so far behind the 8 ball in terms of education, health, in terms of opportunity. I don't think America's racist, but I think the overhang from all of the Jim Crow and before that slavery have.
Okay, that's all cap. Okay, let's go there. Now notice, fam, the man jumped all over the place and he says 1 minute it is, the next minute it ain't, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but when you start examining this man, that's the same man right there who told us this. Yeah, that right there. Remember, that's what he said. He said, you ain't black. His 2024 agenda basically is, y'all still ain't black. This is the guy who told us that. And last night, as he has slowly deteriorated in front of the whole world, he basically said the same exact thing. This is what we're talking about. He is the one responsible for breaking up the black family damn near more than anybody. As a matter of fact, Joe Biden is more responsible for breaking up the black family than any living human being on the planet Earth. And mind you, he's been on the planet Earth for 487 years. So that's a long, long time. But in those 487 years, the man has broke up the black family time and time again. He was Master Joe. Somehow they was trying to sell us Uncle Joe. Let's not forget, we calling them all out. This is our time. I told y'all, we gonna dance on that plantation, family. And I'm talking about why that plantation is on the ground, because we brought it down. All the Democratic shields, all the NAACPs in the black churches, everybody who's been running around here selling our people out for a vote blue sticker, you getting that work now. We getting close to the election. The election is coming, y'all. And last night was the first night that we can see our victory live in front of every single person in the world. The whole world was watching. And while they were seeing Mr. Magoo, who can barely talk, who can barely walk, let me tell you what I was seeing. I was seeing every single thing that we said come true. I seen every single politician that's been lying to us. And I seen Master Joe understand that it is not 2019. It is not 2020. This is not Jesse Jackson. This is not Black Lives Matter. This is certified black society, and we ain't playing them games. So flip that. Soon as he said that, now that's his record. We already know his record. Remember, fam, we were the ones calling out this man's record. Everybody knows we was calling out his record a long time ago. But all the Democratic shields, they didn't want to say nothing about it. They want to be real hush about his record. Okay, let's go there. Look at this. On top of that, let's go. Y'all know what we've been talking about immigration right here on this channel for the longest. All right, damn, we got almost 500 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding, and we regulating some Democrats in the process. It's a beautiful thing. Watch how Donald Trump comes right on top of that, and Donald Trump immediately starts talking about how immigration harms Black Americans. Notice that. Nobody on the planet was talking about the effects of immigration on us other than us. They've been listening to us, and now our talking points have went to the main stage. Foundational Black Americans are stronger than ever.
As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you, President Biden.
Family, who was talking that before us? Who was talking about the negative impacts of immigration on Black Americans? We were, the Black Grassroots. I'm telling you, we are the ones who have been out here calling out the Democrats. 5 years ago, we were the ones talking about reparations. Now they got to talk about reparations. Now we're the ones out here speaking on all of the immigration and how it has a negative impact on us. They acted like it wasn't true. Now it is. Look at what Donald Trump's saying. Donald Trump, I'm telling y'all, Donald Trump listens to the new black media, or at least his handlers do. And then they hand him a note and say, this is what they talking about in the new black media. This is the talking points and narratives. This is what they want. Trust me, when we was in Washington, D.C. 2 weeks ago, you seen them folks in the crowd. They be in there listening. They in there with pads, notepads. They got pens, pencils, color pencils, and they listening to what we talking about. And then they're going and they're using it on each other. One more time, family. Watch this.
As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million. They're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it. You're going to think that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you, President Biden.
Now, they've been running around here, family, the last 24 hours. And let me tell you what the Democrats have done. Let me tell you, this is how low they are. The Democrats have not been out here saying that's wrong. They've been talking about black jobs. That's what everybody's saying right now. Did y'all see that? Tell me y'all saw that. Tell me y'all seen that the Democrats and all the Democratic shills and all the Democratic talking heads, they ain't out here saying, I'm gonna tell you what black jobs are. I'm gonna tell you what black jobs are. I'm gonna tell you right now what black jobs are. What he's talking about when he says black jobs is what black folks gonna get if they go to the Republican plantation. This is why we're not running from one plantation to the next. This is why Donald Trump is nothing more than a chess piece that we're going to use against the Democrats. All that, we're going to go red and we're going to put on a jacket to go run to them. No. What you always got to do politically, family, you first and foremost, you vote for your goddamn self. Whether that's for your own interest, the interest of the community, or a black grassroots candidate. When you start seeing the opposite side, like Donald Trump, all we had to do, this is all black folks had to do, was sit back and say, if you do not provide tangibles for us, we going to go look at this person. We're going to go look at that person. You ain't even got to do, you got to fall in love with these people. You ain't got to fall in love with none of these plantations. But what you do, family, you let these people know that we are standing on our own business. We ain't running to no plantation. So what I said, it ain't about going red. It ain't about going blue. It's about voting black. BLACK. That's what it's all about. And if you do that, you always gonna win. It ain't that difficult. That's why I say we undoing everything that the older generation's done. The older generations did everything wrong politically. And this is why we have been digging ourselves out of that hole, because foundational black Americans in this generation, we understand that type of game ain't gonna play. That type of game is not going to play. We're not running from one plantation to the other. That ain't happening. But what we are gonna do is that we're gonna put up these statistics right here. A lot of y'all seen me show these statistics before. Y'all remember, I was always talking about how immigration affects black Americans. I was always telling everybody that when you start speaking about immigration in the United States of America, everyone knows the damage that it has done to us. They don't acknowledge it. They don't admit it, but we got the facts. So while everybody last night was talking about Joe Biden this, Donald Trump this, what foundational black Americans were saying is immigration is something that truly is going to have to go down as the top two issues. And I tell people this consistently. You can't separate reparations from immigration because they want to give the immigrants your money. That's why. This is why. So notice, and that's a good point. That's a good point. I see you in the chat. Good point. Donald Trump is taking our talking points and he's going over them. But notice, they don't really start talking about what I'm showing you on that screen right there. They don't talk about that. I've shown this, and I think the Black Alpha Network is probably one of the only channels you've ever seen this right here. And I'll say it again for all my new riders. You see that there are only 560 American sanctuary cities, okay? And now check this out. A matter of fact, I'm going to take it even a step further because there's some breaking news on this right here, and I'm going to give you the breaking news. First off, whenever they tell you there's 20 million people coming to the border, it's probably 40, all right? That's what it is. But they say only 560 of America's, let me get this right, 19,000 cities are set aside for sanctuary cities. 560 cities, and there are 22 million illegal immigrants. Those 560 cities happen to contain 70% of America's Black population. So out of only 560 sanctuary cities, family, that is giving us 70% of America's Black population. You ain't seen not one Democratic shield. You ain't seen one Democratic talking head or Republican talking head say that. What are we speaking of, family? What are we speaking of? These people are bouncing around foundational Black Americans. And we, by putting pressure on these people, by taking our words and getting it on the main stage, this is how you change the world. FBA, we don't change the world by going out in the streets dancing and saying we shall overcomes and all lives matter. That is not how we do things. Let me tell you how we do things, though, family. We do things by telling them, if you see us, there's no reparations, no vote. That go for both sides. If you see us and you got a problem with what we speaking on, that go for both sides. And if you do not provide tangibles, then both sides are going to go down. It ain't nothing to it but to do it FBA all goddamn day. And while we've been saying that, these people been out here scared. Let me show y'all Holland Martin last night. Yeah, let me show y'all. When we say they scared, y'all, I'm telling you, what I always tell y'all, if you don't like Democratic shields, if you don't like COONs, the best thing you could ever do, find out who their master is and don't vote for them. If you don't like a Republican COON, don't vote Republican, and all of them are going to get fired. If you do not like a Democrat COON, don't vote Democrat, and they're going to get fired. Why you think so many Democratic shields are crashing out right now? Why you think? Did you see the presses today, family? Did you wake up today and did you literally see the Sambo tears coming down the face of all of the Democratic shields? Because they know that if we don't vote for Joe Biden, and if Joe Biden goes into that nursing home, we see the train wreck. Family, last night's debate was a train wreck for the Democratic Party. And it's because of us. Trust me. I mean, it's also because their candidate is about 1,000 years old. But if you add 1,000 years to foundational Black Americans regulating, then you get the train wreck. But you seen everybody was mad. Holland Martin last night, family, cussed out his whole panel. Cussed them all out. Because you starting to hear people pop up and say, hey, man, maybe Joe should step down. Maybe he's too old. All of this anti-Joe stuff, that comes from us. Trust me, if we weren't out here standing on lineage business, calling out the Democrats for their benign neglect, they'd be feeding us 2020, 2012, all that over again. The very fact is they're not doing that because we ain't doing the same thing we did. If your behavior doesn't change, your oppressor's behavior will never change. When Black folks stayed in that line, then the Democrats stayed in that line. Now that we done regulated, kicked up dust, and started G-checking, now they going all over the place. Watch this, y'all. This was last night. Holland Martin was mad, cussing everybody out. And now, mind you, normally he cussing out Black voters. He said, y'all better go vote. That's what he's normally doing to Black voters, right? He ain't doing that this time. This time, y'all, he cussing out Democratic shields. So what we have here is what I talked about a year ago. We got shield on shield crime. And you only see shield on shield crime when things ain't going so good on the plantation. Fair use again. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. Teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use. Let's show y'all how it's hard out here for a shield.
Take the country back to the 1860s. And the only way he could be beaten at the time was by someone close to his age, another plain old white dude. If Biden steps aside and we elevate Kamala, as much as I support Kamala being the next president of the United States, that 47% might go up because Trump can't mobilize his base anymore.
No question.
If there's a Black person.
Stop. He's not stepping aside. So it's a waste of conversation.
No, but let me just finish, Roland.
No, it's a waste of conversation. He's not stepping aside.
But Roland, wait a minute. I'm just telling you I'm responding to the people who are saying that.
No, what I'm saying to the people who are saying that, let me be perfectly clear to the camera. He ain't stepping aside.
Well,
We've heard Michelle might run, step aside, broker convention. He's not stepping aside. The only way he steps aside is if he resigns.
so I agree, but
So until it happens, it's just a hypothetical conversation. That's a waste of time.
well, but
He getting mad. He getting mad. Family, there's some problems going on in that Democratic household. Them pink slips is coming. They shook. They don't understand why it ain't going the way it used to go. Look at him. Listen to the other guy. But can I get a word in, Roland? Roland mad. He cussing out his own panel, his own staff. This was not 6 years ago. This was not 6 months ago. This was not 6 days ago. This was just 24 hours ago when you seen that train wreck debate where Joe Biden completely got annihilated, and foundational Black Americans and the Black grassroots are responsible for it. And we're responsible why they bucking their eyes. We're responsible for the Sambo tears, and we're going to be responsible when the Democratic plantation comes all the way down.
but people talking about Gavin Newsom and everything
I don't
else.
care what people are talking about.
But Roland, all I'm trying to say is this. You're right. But I'm trying to give people the logical mathematical reality if that happens and why he can't.
I'm not
giving the reason why he can't.
I'm not even giving them that. The reason
is Trump is at a ceiling.
His deal,
Anybody else mobilizes.
here's the deal, though. Let's be real clear, okay? The reality is, if he steps aside and chooses not to run, it's June 27th, okay? Everything is going to be thrown up in the air. Everything. It's broker convention. It's drama. So you deal with, as I always say in the military, what are the facts on the ground? The facts on the ground is Biden is the nominee. Biden will be the nominee until he makes a decision that he's not going to be the nominee. So there's no use in people. And this is one of the reasons why his poll numbers are where they are. Because you got a lot of different, oh man, I wish we had somebody else with somebody. This is what I keep saying. If you fucking voted for a 78-year-old dude 4 years ago, what the hell made you think he wasn't going to run? I keep saying, if you fucking voted for a 78-year-old, if you fucking voted for a 78-year-old dude 4 years ago, what the hell made you think he wasn't going to run 4 years later? No.
Yeah, they mad, y'all. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Oh, we got to rejoice, y'all. We got to rejoice in all this. You right, Iron Will. You see worried all in his face. You right, my brother. Yeah, I told you. Whenever you see the Democratic shields upset, when they hurt, when they wobbling, when they can't stand on their own two, that means FBA's winning. When they not bucking them eyes out of joy, when they bucking them eyes out of fear, that means we winning. When the plantation is shook to the point that they cussing each other out on air. They didn't even do this backstage. Dude right there literally just got a lashing in front of everybody. Why? It's because of us. This is all because of us, fam. Learn how to act like a winner. You're winning right now, FBA. Let's show the world that we winning. Let's conduct ourselves as winners. Walk with your chest out, your chin up. You wouldn't have got this from the African American. You wouldn't have got this from the minorities. You wouldn't have got this in 2020 with all lives and blue lives and Black Lives Matter. You only get this with certified Black. They mad right now because they don't know what is going to happen next. And guess what? We do. It's going to be election night, and it's going to be that nice, good couch that we got. And they're going to be mad at that couch because if they mad at it right now, they're going to be pissed off here in a couple days. Watch this last part and notice how he says, this is why we losing. And I'm going to give him the real reason why they losing. And let me just tell you, it starts with Black and it ends with grassroots.
This is what I keep saying. If you fucking voted for a 78-year-old dude 4 years ago, what the hell made you think he wasn't going to run 4 years later? No, at no time did he ever announce, hey, I'm going to serve one term. I'm going to turn this thing over to Kamala Harris. Or I'm going to serve one. He never said that. He's been trying to be president for 40 years. Yeah. Nobody gives up power.
He's a different guy, though.
Who's a different guy?
He's a different guy than what we saw 4 years ago.
I understand he's a different guy. But what I'm saying is he might be a different guy we saw 4 years ago, but nobody. Who's the last president to give up power?
I mean,
President Lyndon.
We can't switch him out, but the fact that he's coming up.
You're making that argument.
Listen to that, y'all. The whole room is arguing. Listen to that. Oh, girl right there with the cowboy hat. She tried to jump in. It's like, come on, dude. Be real now. He ain't the same guy. Come on now. I mean, he's not the same guy. He's literally 100 years older. So, I mean, if you're 100 years older, of course you're not. And notice, Holland didn't want to hear none of that. They are shook. we got the next door neighbors screaming at each other because foundational Black Americans popping that popcorn on that couch.
40 years. Yeah. Nobody gives up power.
He's a different guy, though.
Who's a different guy?
He's a different guy than what we saw 4 years.
I understand he's a different guy, but what I'm saying is he might be a different guy we saw 4 years ago, but nobody. Who's the last president to give up power?
I mean,
President Lyndon.
we can't switch him
We're
out,
saying
but
the
the
same
fact that
thing.
he's coming up.
You're making that argument. I'm just making the mathematical one. We're saying the same thing.
No, I'm making mathematical. There's only one vote to decide whether he actually pulls out. That's his. And what I'm saying is, until you get to that point, it's a waste of time. That's like me sitting around saying, man, if I was broke as hell, boy, what would I do if I had money? You know what? You ain't got money. So sitting and having a conversation to me makes no sense. What you deal with is, what are the realities on the ground? And the realities are, this was
the realities on the ground is that the Democrats are over. Joe Biden is over. Family, never in your life have you ever seen somebody talking about removing a sitting president because he is so inadequate at his job, because he has lost so much support from their main base. Notice they're not bringing up how their main voter block is done with them. Any other group would admit that. Y'all want to dance around us with tangibles. You want to dance around us with benefits. Y'all want to dance around reparations, the hate crime bill, but you don't want to sit there and acknowledge maybe, just maybe, the Democrats are finished because their main voter block don't want them no more.
Debate on June 27th. Okay? Let me also remind people, who remembers 2016, 2012? Who remembers Obama Romney in Las Vegas?
Oh, I remember, and I'm going to tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference, family. Folks, that was what I always say, that was the yes, we can era. This is the hell to the no era. Big difference. I told you on the stage in Washington, that was about Skittles bags and hope and change. We about dollars and cents. So if you ain't talking money, then you ain't talking FBA. And if you ain't talking to FBA, then we're going to be sitting on that damn couch. That's why they upset right now. Look at that, family. That is a time right there. That is a wonderful thing. And foundational Black Americans brought all of that to the table. So maybe that right there is the reason why Roland is cussing out his own panel. Maybe that right there, and adding on that foundational Black Americans have been out here putting in that work. And now, mind you, when we put in that work, y'all, and everybody gets mad and they get upset, the reason why they get mad and they get upset is because they don't have the power anymore. When you don't have the power and you're so used to being the dictator, you don't know how to handle somebody telling you, well, guess what? We're going to do it our goddamn way. The old way, we ain't with. The new way is all the way on. And family, it wasn't just Holand. No. Some of his Democratic Shield friends, they was on there and they was cursing. Y'all know about Reese Nobert. This is the main one right here. Watch how she gets on there, family, and she starts cursing. They mad, and they mad for a reason. It's the certified black reason.
Well, losing name.
Watch this, y'all. Oh, man, they had a whole family feud last night. This was the Democratic Shield family feud.
In 2012, the first debate. Now, granted, that's a whole about 30 years difference between Obama and Biden.
We knew there'd be two more. We knew there's going to be.
But let me be clear. Right. Democrats were losing their minds after the first debate. Reese, go.
This was a 90-minute Trump propaganda rally. It was a fucking disgraceful excuse for a presidential debate because the moderation was non-existent. You had Trump do whatever the hell he wanted to do, say whatever the hell he wanted to say, regardless of the fucking question. He didn't answer on childcare. He didn't answer on Israel, Gaza. He didn't answer any.
Why are you cursing? Why are you upset? Why are you mad right now? You shouldn't be cursing. Why are you so angry? Why are you angry there, Reese? Reese, come on now. Reese, quit being so angry, because last time I seen you yelling, you was talking about how Black Americans are fools if we don't want to vote. Yeah, you was talking about how Black Americans are fools for asking for reparations. Now it look like some of your anger is being channeled towards your fellow Democratic Party. Yeah, notice how you got different ways of coping. You got the one person who says the ship going down, we need to just go down with it. You got the other person saying the ship going down and it's Donald Trump's fault. You got the other person saying the ship's going down, maybe somebody can save us. But you know the common denominator in all three of those? The ship is going down. That's why she's sitting here cursing.
Any question that was asked directly to him, and the moderators who said, I'm not going to fact check, at least have the motherfucker answer the question that you're asking. That's why you have a moderator. At least have the motherfucker answer the question. At least have the motherfucker answer the question that you're asking. That's why you have a moderator. And so based on that, Biden was drastically ill-equipped to go up against Trump tonight, because Biden, like Democrats always do, they abide by the rules. What Biden should have done, at least by the commercial break. Okay, fine. Maybe you're getting your bearings around you and say, fuck the rules. I got to interrupt him. They're not fact-checking. He's not answering the question. He's using his time to attack me and spew nothing but lies. And what people are underestimating about these lies, they were disorienting, yes, for people that know the truth. They were confidently spoken, and it is exactly what people have been fed through hundreds of millions of dollars of disinformation.
There you go. You knew the disinformation was going to come. Family, look at these people in denial. Why won't they just say it? Look at that, family. They literally blamed everybody. Did she just start trying to go back to the whole Russia thing? Did she? Was that what really she was trying to do? Misinformation? You notice, family, it's always something other than you lost because y'all cannot compete. Because foundational Black Americans, your number one voter block, is not rocking with you. They never want to acknowledge that, family. Listen to how these folks are bouncing around and coming up with every single excuse. You see different forms of coping, and that is because they are losing. She circled all the way back to 2020, and now she's trying to say misinformation. No. Let me tell you something, Reese. We well informed. Yeah, we informed. And we informed so much that we know what color couch we're going to sit on. We understand the day when we're going to sit on that couch. We know the beverage we're going to drink. We know the popcorn we're going to pop. We know exactly what's going on out here. Do you? Don't look like you do. So they sending them all out cursing. How many times y'all ever seen them cuss at each other like that? Mind you, they not cussing at us. We're not even there. Don't nobody watch that show. My ratings be killing his ratings. Nobody watches that show. They're mad at each other, family. That is a domestic Democratic shield dispute. Domestic Democrat dispute. We need to come up with that one. All right? Domestic Democrat dispute. And that's all because of us. You don't get that unless we've been out here standing on business. You don't get that unless we've been lineage on code. You don't get that unless this is the reparations generation, family, what we've been talking about for the longest time. They send out a whole bunch of people, though, too, fam. Y'all know it wouldn't be right unless we talked about the Democratic shields and all their moistocrats. Y'all remember this guy right here, right? This the guy out here who said he gonna do anything for Master Joe. This is one of the guys out here who be throwing Starbursts in the air and Skittles in the air. Watch this right here. This is the next morning after the train wreck that the Black Grassroots have control. Hold up. Wait a minute. No. Wait. Oh, I got even more breaking news. Oh, wait a minute, family. I'm going to play this, and I got something that just came across the pipe right now. Let me show y'all this.
I'm supposed to sacrifice 3 years of work in progress over a 1-hour debate. Well, Joe Biden's not an effective communicator. We can barely understand what he's saying. But y'all understood when he sent you that damn email about your student loan debt forgiveness. Y'all understood that shit. Y'all understood when y'all got that direct deposit for that stimulus check. Y'all understood when y'all got that $3,600 for that child tax credit. Y'all understood that shit, didn't you? When America fell on his fucking face, Joe Biden was there to pick us up and pick up the goddamn pieces. His ass is the one who pulled us out of a fucking pandemic. He was the one who pulled us out of a fucking recession. When Joe...
This is the moistocrat right here, y'all. This is the moistocrat. Yeah, this is the moistocrat. This guy is the one always talking about Master Joe, Sleepy Joe, how much he love him some Joe. Watch this right here, family. Watch how he crashing out too. You seen Reese, you seen Holland. Now look at the moistocrat. And something just came across my timeline of Donald Trump responding. And watch Donald Trump say the same thing. We got a bunch of receipts, jam-packed, unpacked. Let's go.
Lost all those fucking jobs. Joe Biden brought it back. Joe Biden has created 15 million new jobs. 800,000 manufacturing jobs. We have record low unemployment. He's giving $16 billion into HBCUs. He's giving $1.5 billion into small Black minority business alone in 2023.
Cap, lie.
And before you mega motherfuckers come in my comment section talking about, well, the pandemic was the reason why we lost the jobs. Joe Biden shouldn't get credit. He should get motherfucking credit. Since World War II, there have been 13 recessions. And guess what? Joe Biden is one of 4 presidents to see all jobs come back. What world are y'all motherfuckers living in? Are we not living better under Biden than we did under Donald Trump? I can say yes, absolutely. Let's just rewind it back. 4 years ago, what cities were on fire? What did Trump do? 4 years ago, he told us to take disinfectant to deal. 71% of Americans are fully vaccinated thanks to Joe. Joe went from pillar to post during the pandemic, getting the vaccine.
Listen to this, family. Watch right there. Enough of this guy. We're not even going to sit there and hear that. Watch this, family. This goes to show you that whenever they start speaking and they start sending out all their shields, they'll just start saying random things. It doesn't even matter what they're saying, family. They'll just make something up. If they got to make it up, they'll make it up, right? This is what they do. This is how they speak on it. But now what you see is they're coming out the woodwork. You ain't been seeing too many other people coming out the woodwork other than the Democratic shields because they're in damage control. Damage control is on them. But look at this, man. Donald Trump came out just a few hours ago, and Donald Trump responded to everything. Donald Trump came out and he started speaking about last night's debate. Donald Trump knows right now what we know, what everybody knows. So they can run out with all these games and they can talk about all these different things out here. The reality is they can no longer dictate to us. It used to be they told us what was going to happen and black folks would just let it ride. Now, what we say goes, and they do not know how to handle it. That's why we say, family, they out here coping. They out here wishing. They out here trying to make the new narrative. But at the end of the day, the new narrative is going to be just like the old one. And it's all going to boil back down to foundational Black Americans say it, and it's going to be whatever the hell we say it is because we are the ones with all the political power. This is what political power look like. This is what our political power look like. Y'all know straight up anything that we get, they're going to always try to run some game on us and spin it around. But remember now, the Democrats preferred to give us this. Look at this right here, y'all. Is this what the Democrats were trying to give us? Y'all remember? Y'all remember this? They was trying to give us rappers, singers, dancers, entertainers. Y'all remember that, right? Notice how when it comes to us, we're the only ones they want to give all these different people to. Look at this right here. Yeah, that's not a Dr. Claude Anderson, y'all. That's not an economist. No. They want to give us rappers, singers, dancers. And when we've been out here telling people, nah, man, we need to get some real tangibles, some real policies, and some real benefits, they was like, nope, we're going to give you Gorilla. All right? Nope, we're going to give you Quavo. We're going to bring Quavo in, and we're going to have Quavo talk to y'all about weapons. We're going to have Gorilla come in here and dance. Remember, they was playing Sexy Red songs. This is what the Democrats give you. This right here. How about instead of going to get an economist, let's go get Megan Thee Stallion. That's what black folks want. They ain't ever changed. Kamala Harris just came out last week with a picture of her holding hot sauce, which is what Hillary Clinton was trying to give black folks years ago. They ain't changed nothing. Ain't nothing changed but the Democratic shield. That's it. But look at Joe Biden running his mouth before, and now look at how it comes out when Donald Trump just responded. Family, this is just a few hours ago. Donald Trump just came out and he spoke about Joe Biden. And I want y'all to notice how foundational Black Americans, we are the ones who are making the impact.
Ready? Poll. What's a better name? I go Crooked Joe first and then Crooked Joe Biden or Sleepy Joe Biden. Ready? Crooked Joe first. Who likes Crooked Joe Biden first? Okay. Who likes Sleepy Joe Biden? Similar. Okay, let's do it again. Crooked Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe Biden. Crooked.
I like Nursing Home Joe. That's my new favorite. Which one y'all like? I like Nursing Home Joe. That's what I like, fam. That's one I'm sticking to. Because this is what we're doing. Family, I'm here to instigate everything. I've been saying that for years, family. We ain't jumping on no plantation, not at all. I'm going to go over here to the left, and I'm going to say, I know you ain't going to let the right talk to you like that. Then I'm going to jump over to the right. I'm going to say, I know you ain't going to let the left talk to you like that. This is how we going to play the game. Oh, yeah. Nursing Home Joe. Y'all can go at it all day long. All day long. We're not getting involved. The most involved we going to get, family, is sitting back and enjoying the show. That's how we are going to get involved.
The question every voter should be asking themselves today is not whether Joe Biden can survive a 90-minute debate performance, but whether America can survive 4 more years of crooked Joe Biden in the White House.
The tides are turning. Now, before, family, they used to actually have Black Americans that would come to their defense. Y'all like Nursing Home Joe? I like Nursing Home Joe, too. Dementia Joe. Yeah, I like that one, too. I like that one. Absolutely. They have no more scare tactics, y'all. I'm telling you, we have defeated every single con game that they've thrown at us, y'all. There's nothing they can throw at us anymore. It's over. You cannot redo this. There will be no U-turns, family. This is the new political norm in the United States of America, and it is brought to you by every single one of us. I'm telling you right now, they will never be able to change that on us ever again, y'all. Never, never again. We have changed the whole system. Nobody is there to come save them. Nobody is there to come say, okay, let's put the cape on. Nope. What we see is the Democratic shields are crashing out against themselves.
Biden spent the entire week at Camp David, resting, working, studying. He studied very hard. He studied so hard that he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He got the debate rules that he wanted. He got the date that he wanted. He got the network that he wanted. With the moderates he wanted. No amount of rest or rigging could help him defend his atrocious record.
There you go. There you go. There you go. This is all because of us. Think about it, y'all. A few years ago, what would have happened? A few years ago, all the Democratic shields would have came out. They would have been telling black folks, oh, man, y'all don't worry about it. It's all good. Y'all just don't understand. The boogeyman stuff would have came in. Then they would have turned into vote blue no matter who. Everything that they did to us there in 2020. We have made so much change. Y'all know I'm always saying we did more in the last 5 than they did in the last 50. What happens now when you can't scare us no more? Scare tactics are gone. What happens now when you can't get the NAACP, ran them out the paint? The Democratic shields are fighting themselves. They're having Democratic disputes. What happens when you can't get the black church anymore? When all of those people are gone, no longer can you go and run and go get cover. The Democrats right now are a party with no cover. They literally got destroyed based on what foundational black Americans have done. And then now you're starting to see them trying to run all the way across the board. And you know what? As I'm going down Twitter right now, y'all make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter, Black Alpha Net W1, and make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network, or make sure you follow me on Instagram. Look who just came out and said something, y'all. Look at this right here. I want y'all to see who just came out. This tweet was just a few hours ago. They done sent out Barack Obama. Family, I told y'all, they're going to anybody they can find. They cannot find anybody off the street, so now they're pulling out all the stops to go get some help. They're calling for help. So they went and got them Barack Obama. Let's see what he says. He says, bad debate nights happen. Trust me, I know. No, that wasn't bad. Let me tell y'all, that wasn't bad. That was a disaster. There's a very big difference between bad and a disaster, okay? Bad is you stub your toe on the wall, all right? A disaster is you fall off a balcony. Big goddamn difference. Bad is you lose $5 in your wallet, all right? A disaster is you go bankrupt. What we watched last night was the Democratic Party going bankrupt. They ain't got no more money. They ain't got no dollars, no nickels, no pennies. All that dollars and cents that they were sending to Ukraine, they ain't got that no more. All the money they was giving to Julio, Sanchez, Ramirez, and Ernesto, they ain't got that no more. The Democrats are going bankrupt right in front of us. And guess what? You can pull out Barack Obama, but we don't rock with him neither. Who you going to now? I know that they spent trillions of dollars on Barack to rock us to sleep, and that ain't work. I know that they spent trillions of dollars on Stacey Abrams. She's somewhere in Nigeria right now. I think me and Marcel were the last 2 Americans who seen her in Savannah. They rolled her in, rolled her out, put her back on the plane to go to Nigeria. Every single person that they have invested in to rock us to sleep, because remember, rocking FBA and lying and confusing us, that is $1 trillion industry. And they better go get trillions of refunds because it ain't working. Now, where do they go? Family, look at it as a list. Go down the list. You ain't got the NAACP. You ain't got Holland Martin. You ain't got Vanessa Jones. You ain't got Barack. So they're calling out Barack. He says, bad debate nights happen. No disaster. Trust me, I know. But this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who cares only about himself. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong and will give it to the American people straight, and someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit. Last night didn't change that, and it's why so much is at stake in November. And he put JoeBiden.com at the end. Barack, it ain't gonna work, homie. Let me just tell you that now. You can stop. You can go back to wherever you and Michelle be hanging out at. It ain't gonna work. FBA ain't rocking with you at all. You better try another one, Barack Obama. Ain't happening at all. Let the whole world know. If you really believe that Barack Obama is going to come in and change any goddamn thing, Tell the whole world you better go get that damn refund because he ain't heavy in these streets at all. So what happens when you can't get him no more? Nothing. And then, family, we have changed the black church. Y'all remember this video right here? Y'all remember when this guy in the black church, a pastor, he out here calling out Joe. So that goes for the legacy organizations don't stand on nothing. Barack Obama don't stand on nothing. The Democratic Shields don't stand on nothing. And we, with our energy and our talking points, we have actually kicked the dough in. And now the church are starting to sound like us. Watch this guy. He calling out Barack.
I hope y'all like y'all's president. Because in a year's time, he screwed the whole nation up.
Matter of fact, he called out Barack and he called out Joe.
No, our nation's gone backwards. A year ago, you were paying $2 a gallon for gas. Yeah, let's take it where you can relate. And you're paying almost $4 now because of his decisions. Yeah, it's his decisions. 2 million people have crossed our borders from Mexico. Now you're getting political. No, kingdom. And kingdom. Screwed it up. And they put on airplanes. Read your paper. No, they ain't gonna put this in your paper.
Wait, family. Who has been talking about them flying in immigrants? Not the mainstream, the new black media. Who's been talking about the immigration crisis and how it affects black Americans? Not the mainstream, the new black media. It shows you what we say in our own spaces travels everywhere. You got a pastor who, let's be real, 4 years ago would have been catching the Holy Ghost talking about how he had a dream that Jesus came to him and told him to go vote for Joe Biden. Now he's telling everybody what he heard Black Alpha Network say, what he heard Tariq Nasheed say. What does that tell you, family? It tells you what we've been talking about. We control the whole yard. It is foundational black Americans over everything. You want to see political power with our imprint on it? You're looking at it.
They don't report this, but they are flying people who cross the border illegally. Your government is flying them to cities across the United States. And
you would have never heard that. You wouldn't have heard that 2 years ago. Listen to this. This is a pastor. You would have never heard that before.
People who cross the border illegally, your government is flying them to cities across the United States and putting them up in hotels and paying for them with your money. Yeah, he must be a Trump supporter. No, I believe. Yep. I ain't a brainwashed Negro. Brainwashed Negro. God gave me a brain. And I'm not a sheep.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Oh, I love being FBA. Oh, I love being a foundational black American. I love standing on business. I love every single one of y'all. We got almost 700 people in here. Yes, indeed. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. This is what we do. We out here putting in work. We winning everywhere we go. We just microphone check all the hip hop, brought that back home. We done hit the rally for reparations right down the street from the White House. We were just down the street from the White House. Bam. We were literally a few blocks away from the White House, standing on reparations business by the thousands. Then a week and a half later, you hear Joe Biden stumbling, fumbling, and bumbling about what he ain't did for black Americans. You see Donald Trump stealing our talking points. Do not tell me that we are not winning. We are standing in the paint. We winning with style. And I love every single minute of it. This is the new norm. So the young folks, they're not going to grow up in the vote blue no matter who era. The young folks ain't going to grow up in, I'm going to stand outside in the cold and I'm going to vote for somebody who don't give a damn about me. We have completely crippled the Democratic plantation. You could talk about reparations. You could talk about reclaiming Dr. Martin Luther King. You could talk about reclaiming our culture. You could talk about delineation. But the main thing you better put on that list is that when we showed up, I'm talking about all of us, the reparations generation, out went the Democrats. And we're getting to watch it in real time. 24 hours ago, we was watching it, and we're going to watch it all the way until November while we sitting on that damn couch. Matter of fact, look at this right here. Tell me this ain't brought to you by us. Tell me this ain't brought to you by the Black Grassroots. Tell me right now when you see this right here, y'all. Damn. Just sad. President mumbles, stumbles, freezes in a train wreck debate versus Trump. Family, that is going on all across the globe. I was literally just watching Sky News, which is over in the UK. And I promise you, it sounded like the new black media. Sky News was over there saying everything that we said. Sky News was over there saying this man is too old. This man ain't done nothing for nobody. This man is a shamble. And the whole world is watching FBA right now because they stealing our words. It's always been all eyes on us anyway. But look at that. Look at that right there, y'all. This goes to show you that these people know good and damn well that foundational black Americans have been genuinely running them out the paint. This is what it looks like when you don't have your main voter block. This is what happens when you take your main voter block for granted. You get this right here. And I ain't mad. I feel no sympathy. I see some people saying, well, you know, I feel some sympathy for Joe. I don't. Anytime you start feeling sympathy for Joe Biden, you just remember the whole super predator in the 1994 crime bill. Remember that, okay? That's what everybody's seeing. So we're looking at this country, and a lot of people are saying, damn, look at America. Look how weak they are because of this guy. This shows you right now, again, that it's all on us. I mean, how's somebody going to be the president, y'all, when they can't even walk? You feel me? When you can't walk, I mean, can you be the president? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Y'all remember this right here? Matter of fact, let's take a look at it. This right here is Joe Biden trying to simply walk up some steps. Look at this right here. Fall number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man fell up the stairs 5 times on the same trip. Miss me with this guy ever being president. Look at him right there. He's trying to walk slow this time, holding on to the rail. Slip, fell. Twice, again. This man ain't fit for president, y'all. Here he goes again. But he fell twice right there. Look at him, slipping. Got to hold on to it. Man can't walk. Look at him right here. He about to hit the step. Look, he thought there was another step. The man can't even step up the steps. He thought there was 10 steps, family, when there's only 9. Slipping again. This man literally needs an escort going up the stairs. Going up the stairs. This is how people feel about Master Joe. The debate last night was this. Look, this is the best one. The man right here riding nice and smooth, and it's not going to go so good. Boom. Y'all really want this as president? Hell to the no. And now everybody's catching up on. Look at the family. He's not even walking. He fell when he wasn't even walking. How you trip when you sitting still? Look at this. Look at this. Ain't this Mr. You Ain't Black? Okay, well, you can't walk. You try to point at something. Hey, what they say? It ain't even wet over here. Get your ass up. Look at him. About to fall down the damn steps again. Dude right here has to grab him. Dude right there got to grab him. Be like, oh, you good? You good? Yeah, I'm straight. And watch this one right here. 1 step, 2 step, and timber. Bam. No. Nah, fam. No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go there. We're not going to do that. We're not going to sit here and talk about a man who called us super predators, a man who said that he wants to lock us all up, who locked us all up. We're not going to sit here and talk about a man who has done the worst harm for foundational black Americans. We're not going to sit here and dance around the fact we're going to be real nice FBA, and we're not going to talk about all the bad things that he's done to the black American society and how they were trying to sell us this guy like a goddamn candy bar, and that ain't work out. We're going to leave all that alone, right? Wrong. We're going to go ahead and regulate, and we're going to talk about it. Why? It's because when you disrespect FBA, the only way that you ever come back around is when you let these people know. And the way you let them know, family, is by saying what's on your mind. Say it with your chest. And that's exactly what we're doing. I'm enjoying every single second of this, family. You ain't going to get too many of these. How long did we have to wait for this? What, 60 years? 60 years for black Americans to start getting some real political savvy nature. Man, I'm all with it. I'm here for it, and I'm with it. Yes, I am. But let's not forget, he was openly telling folks, man, I'm all for immigration. Yeah, he was. Look at this. Look at this right here. Other than the bloopers, fam. Remember this right here? Remember just a few years ago when he openly told everybody what he was going to do with immigration? We were telling everybody back then. Again, go back just a few years ago, and everything we said was going to happen has happened. Watch this man right here tell everybody what he was going to do and how he was going to bring all these people into the country. Fair use.
We can deal with securing the border by national technical means. All the bad things are coming through ports of entry right now. We don't need a wall. And by the way, I would immediately, as president, surge to the border. I would end this notion for the first time in history.
Did he say surge the border? Is this what he was telling black Americans in 2020? How come Roland Martin didn't tell us that? Roland Martin didn't bring that up. How come? How come Vanessa Jones didn't bring that up? I thought that they were looking out for black people. I thought we was all black. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Let me get this right. The man told everybody that he was going to surge the border with illegal immigration. Every single economist, every single sociologist knows that immigration hurts black Americans the most. Donald Trump even knows it. And you mean to tell me somehow, some way, Joe Biden and all the Democrats didn't tell black Americans? They didn't warn us? Very strange.
We can deal with securing the border by national technical means. All the bad things are coming through ports of entry right now. We don't need a wall. And by the way, I would immediately, as president, surge to the border. I would end this notion for the first time in history that people seeking asylum have to be in squalor on the other side of the river and in a desperate situation. They should be able to come to the United States and have a judgment made as whether or not they qualify. I would also surge to the border immigration judges to make decisions immediately. And no one would be put in jail while waiting for their hearing.
Should undocumented immigrants arrested by local police be turned over to immigration officials?
No. In the first.
Damn. Whoa. It's not just him saying surge the border. Family, surging the border was the least problematic thing he said. He said he wants to put in somebody who basically gives them an expedient trial, which means they can stay. And the lady says, would you turn in somebody to immigration if they commit a crime? This man said no. In other words, let me give you the translation. If somebody is illegal in this country and they commit a crime and you don't turn them over to immigration, that means nothing they could do could ever send them home. And if nothing you could do could ever send them home, that means that they're going to be lifers in America. So that 22 million illegals on the books, because my sources tell me it's about 50 million, that means if they commit a crime, they still get to stay. That's Master Joe's America.
And in a desperate situation, they should be able to come to the United States and have a judgment made as whether or not they qualify. I would also surge to the border immigration judges to make decisions immediately. And no one would be put in jail while waiting for their hearing.
Should undocumented immigrants arrested by local police be turned over to immigration officials?
No. In the first 100 days of my administration, no one will be deported at all. From that point.
Damn. And it all came true. We sat back and we watched it all happen. It has all come true, all come to light. Everything that we said was going to happen literally went down exactly the way. Family, never doubt yourself politically. Never doubt yourself socially. Foundational Black Americans, I'm telling you, we are always correct, family. We are always correct. We're always standing on business, and we're always doing the right thing. Tell me what we've been wrong about in terms of this administration. Tell me what we've been wrong. We haven't been wrong about anything. Every single thing that we said was going to go on with this administration has went on. We all have predicted every last thing. We told everyone that immigration was going to be a crazy problem. When they said, no, it ain't. We told everyone that they're going to try to hustle us and con us and scam us. No one ever really wanted to step to that plate and stand on business the way that we were. We have been correct the whole damn time. We said Vanessa Jones was going to cry, and he was about to cry. Matter of fact, we got the facts. Y'all look right now. Vanessa Jones was upset. Remember, the same one that was saying, I'm just so happy that my kids can live in America. The man was crying on election night 4 years ago. Do you know the debate was so bad that he got choked up last night? And he said it was painful to watch Joe Biden. Everybody, no matter what creed, no matter what country, no matter what political affiliation, it is guaranteed that the whole world believes that Joe Biden got destroyed last night. It is not even something they're trying to play with. Notice this, y'all. The Democrats ain't been playing with it. When have you ever seen them just openly admit defeat? They won't ever openly just admit anything. You mean to tell me that this debate was so bad last night that they couldn't even spin it? Typically, the Democrats will tell you, you ain't talking to who you talking to. They'll tell you the sky ain't blue. They'll tell you that they ain't standing right in front of you. They'll tell you that Wednesday does not follow Tuesday. This is what the Democrats tell. They lie with no shame. He got destroyed in the debate last night so bad, they couldn't even lie about that. The general consensus in America and across the world is clearly that Donald Trump mopped the floor with Joe Biden. And he didn't really mop the floor with Joe because Donald Trump did so good. He mopped the floor because Joe Biden should be in a nursing home, and he couldn't even speak, and he couldn't even talk, and he couldn't even walk. And on top of all that, the Black grassroots, we are the ones out here navigating all of the talking points. So when you put all that together in the same pot, you got last night. But when you get this, look at Van Nessa Jones, y'all. This man literally last night was getting choked up on air. The man was literally hurt. And he went from all of those tears of joy in 2020 to now he's got tears of fear. It shows you the difference. Look at this right here, family. The man was hurt last night, and he should be, because FBA all damn day. This goes to show you again, man. I love being foundational. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's go to the democratic world, y'all. Let's see what it is. Fair use, family. These videos are for news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair Use Act. Let's check it out. Watch the tears get to really starting to rile up in his eyes. He already about to cry right now.
And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. We're still far from our convention, and there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain.
Woo! Not just panic, it's pain. Hold up.
Not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain. It's painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain of what we saw tonight.
Damn. Far cry from 2020, but they weren't done, no. No. They weren't done.
Minutes into the debate.
No. They start talking about minutes into the debate, and a lot of people felt that way. They felt minutes into the debate, it was already over, because that's Mr. Magoo.
Minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket. And they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call? Because they feel this debate was so terrible. Minutes into the debate.
Damn. Now we about to get into the business, family.
The total initiative.
Look at this. This is what we saw last night. This is what we seen. Look at Donald Trump right now. Look at that. A picture says 1,000 words. Look at Donald Trump. He says, I really don't know what he said at the end of the sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Watch this. Family, if you were at home watching this, you are not the only one confused by Joe Biden. If you were on your couch, the same couch you'll probably be on in November on Election Day, and you were thinking, what the hell is Joe Biden talking about? You are not the only person. People from the UK, people from Germany, from Italy, people from Asia, people from Latin America, from Canada, the United States, all across the world, everybody was wondering, what the hell is Mr. Magoo talking about? And get him a nursing home.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of...
Time out. Hey, there go that look again. Hey, that's the same look he gave when Donald Trump said, you call Black Americans super predators. It's funny, fam. The man don't know where he's at. He thinks this is literally 1862. He thinks he's in the Civil War. I am completely convinced. There's nothing you can tell me to make me believe otherwise. He don't know where he's at. The man literally is gone. I'm telling you, he thinks he's Donald Trump. He literally thinks he's Donald Trump. He thinks that he's running for senator. He probably thinks yesterday was Monday. The man don't know anything. I'm telling you. Look at that look. That look is of a man who has no business being on stage running for president of the United States of America. And that whole look like, huh? What? It shows you. Donald Trump didn't say anything right there that any of us didn't say as well. Because I know for a fact, I was like, what? What the hell did he say? Here we go again.
What he said at the end of that sentence, I don't think he knows what he said.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it.
Hey, I see you in the chat. You ain't lying. Is that Joe Biden or is that Jimmy Carter? Why is Joe Biden giving me Jimmy Carter vibes? And to be honest with you, he's not that much younger. Hey, somebody, hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. Since we going there right now. Can somebody in the chat please find Jimmy Carter's still alive, right? I don't know if he is, because I know Jimmy Carter from Georgia. Is Jimmy Carter still alive? I don't know if he is or not. Please, somebody let me know if he is. And if he's not, please tell me how old he is if he's still alive or how old he was when gone. Can we compare the two, Jimmy Carter to Joe Biden? Let's see the age gap, all right? And I guarantee you it's not that far off. Somebody tell me, please Google it right now. Please, please, please. Let me know how old Jimmy Carter is because I got to see the difference because when I look at Jimmy Carter and I look at Joe Biden, I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. Well, one thing I know is that Jimmy Carter been in a nursing home for about 30 years. Joe Biden, they rolling him out. His family ought to be ashamed. His family ought to be ashamed for sending that man out there. Family, this is elder abuse. We just need to be honest. As taxpaying, foundational Black American citizens, 99. Okay, 99. And so Joe Biden was only a teenager when Jimmy Carter was born. He was only a teenager. And as a matter of fact, if he gets reelected, that means how old would Joe Biden be if he gets reelected? It's late 80s, right? So he would be almost 90, right? He would be almost 90 if he gets reelected. You know how 90 years old? Are you kidding me? 900. You ain't lying. You got to add a couple zeros next to Joe Biden. All right. When he was 40, he was really 40,000, right? You know what I'm saying? He just going up. He like the stock market. He going up all damn day long, family. Reelect Jimmy Carter. Yeah, big time. Elder abuse. It's a shame that you send that man out there like that. You can't send that dude out there. You got this man in front of the world. Everybody laughing at this man. The man is way too damn old. And you literally sending him out there like that. This is elder abuse. Somebody got to get on the phone, on a hotline. He's okay. So Joe Biden, 81. All right. So 81. So he'd be about 85. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, if he wins again, it would be a wrap for 2024. It'd be 2025. So if you're talking about 2025 going forward, this man is going to be almost 90 years old when he get out. And I don't want to hear people talking about some Trump is old too. Trump can talk. All right. Trump can talk. Don't hit me with they both old. If all you got is they're both old, but one old person can actually speak and the other one doesn't even know who he is or where he's at. Put it this way. Donald Trump was on that stage saying he didn't understand Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't saying that to Donald Trump. Let's get that right. So I don't want to hear about nobody who should be at Jurassic Park. I don't want to hear it. I'm not accepting them damn answers. One more time for everybody so we can put this out there. This is elder abuse. Jill Biden, the Biden family, the Democratic Party, Barack Obama, all of them should be ashamed for pushing this man out there at that age. It is literally elder abuse. And as a Black American, I want to go ahead and put an end to this. I don't want to see this happen to anybody's great grandfather.
Total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it.
The total.
I'm done. I can't. I'm telling y'all, I can't do this. I can't do this. That right there is what I can do. But sitting there and watching this old man, it's not even funny. I mean, it is funny, but it's sad. It's like one of those, you got to laugh to stop from shaking your head, y'all. Okay. Now, remember, this is Mr. Call Us Super Predator. We can't deny that. It wasn't funny. Like y'all said in the chat, look who's laughing now. Because when we was getting called Super Predator, when you was running around here speaking ill and breaking up our family, and then just telling us a few years ago, you don't give a damn. You do not feel no sympathy. Fam, if a man does not know where he is, if the man cannot stand up straight, why do we feel any sympathy? Because remember, he told us America is doomed. And it's not just because of blacks. He told us to hell with y'all. He told us that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. That's Joe Biden right there. So if we want to talk about sympathy, he should have had sympathy for Black Americans that he was breaking up a long time ago. F your feelings, family. We standing on business. Watch this. Y'all remember this? This is what happened. This is 2020. Let's go back now. All right. We standing in our victory right now. We two-stepping on top of that damn plantation that came down right now. But let's go back and refreshing everybody's mind and show everybody what it was like in 2020 when they was disrespecting our lineage, heritage, and culture. Let's go back and show everybody how he was disrespecting Black Americans and look at all the shields around there who let this old-ass man disrespect him in 2020. Damn, it's funny what happens in a mere 4 years when the grassroots shows up.
I mean what I say. The hard part here is I'm going to have a lot of trouble. We're going to have a lot of trouble getting a lot of this done with this Congress. And so the question is, for example, I'm going to be appointing at least, and look, the reason I'm not telling you who the other Black made cabinet positions I'm going to appoint are is because
it'll get out. And guess what? I can't defend them. They're going to be out there by themselves without any defense before their name. They're going to get ripped to shreds. That's why I'm going to wait. You will be pleased, I believe. You will be pleased to see there'll be more African Americans in major positions within a cabinet in major spots and more Hispanics in major spots than ever in American history. That's going to happen. I promise you that.
Look how he threw the Hispanics in there, y'all. Yeah, this is what we were saying in 2020. This is the one. In the second, he about to tell them to hell with y'all. And notice when he says to hell with y'all, they all put their heads down and they all turned around and didn't want to talk about it. Yes, indeed.
And the other thing is, for example, thus far, for example, when we went ahead and we made sure that, I have as, the Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen, but at number 2 is Wally Adeyemo, an African-American, who is the number 2 guy with real authority at that department. Look underneath just what we're doing in addition to the people we've already named. You're going to see people, look, and, Cecilia Rouse, Cece, she is a significant player. That's a serious position. But it's like when I named her, well, I don't know if that counts. I'm not so sure. Well, if it doesn't count for y'all, well, the hell with y'all. But, well, if it doesn't count for y'all, well, the hell with y'all. But because it's real.
Look at him right there. Let that man talk to them like that. These are the same people, family, who were trying to shame us in 2020. It's the same folks that were trying to shame us in the voting. Telling us, remember this one? Your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote, right? Y'all remember that right there? It was brought to you by people like that. So, family, hell no. Hell no, we don't feel no shame. Hell no, we're not sitting here tap dancing. Hell to the no, we're giving them that work, and we are popping our collar about that train wreck of a debate last night. And them poll numbers are going down quick, fast, in a hurry because of us. That's what it is, family, and we're going to stand on business. Remember when he was talking like that and saying you ain't black and all that? Okay, if that's the type of time and the type of energy that they want to be on with us, then we're going to have the same type of time and energy when we say, okay, Mr. Magoo, at least we know who we are. At least we know where we at. At least we know the day. And at least we know that you ain't going to win again. How about that one? And, since we out here talking, y'all know I played this a few days ago, but I'm petty, because I can be. Let's look at this right here. Y'all remember this right here? Y'all remember I played this just a few days ago. What happened when Joe Biden was on stage, family, when he was celebrating D-Day? Y'all remember that? Joe Biden had a little issue on stage a few days ago. We talk about elder abuse. Do y'all remember this right here? The same guy last night that was slurring through every single statement. The same guy last night that could barely talk. They said he had a cold, by the way, last night. I'm like, dude, he ain't got one. He been gagging like that for 4 years. Stop playing with me. All right. He doesn't have a cold. He has an old. All right. Big goddamn difference. Y'all remember this right here? When the man was on stage and he had a little accident. Watch. What's going on with you? Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, look at Jill. What, hey, family, what's he doing right now? Somebody tell me what this man is doing. Let me run that back. By the way, look at this lady. She like, what the hell? Look at his wife. She like, what the hell? Joe Biden is too old to be the president. He needs to go in a nursing home. Watch this. This shows you what was going on right there, family. Here we go. Yep. What's he? He's not praying. No, we can eliminate praying. Oh, look at Jill. Jill trying to look like she's trying to wipe her mouth real quick, and she's really whispering to him. Look at that, family. This is the man that they tell us is going to save us from the boogie. This is the man who's going to get us from all the bad people. This is the man who last night was on stage saying, well, I did this tax return for Black Americans, child care for Black Americans, all y'all Black Americans. Really, y'all should be thanking me. That is what you seen. That's what you seen. If you ain't believe me, let's play this back, family. Watch him. This was Joe. Stop. Family, what's he doing? Come on. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. This man ain't got no business being president. That lady right there is thinking what the hell. This man thinking what the hell, but he ain't looking. Look at this guy. Can y'all see this dude in the back? Look at this guy. Damn, I didn't even catch this. I done seen this video before. Can y'all see that guy right there in the back? That dude in the back is looking like, whoa, he know what's happening. because it happens to him. Look at that guy in the back. The guy right there in the back, he is looking and he's saying, what the hell's the president? Oh, I know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. Yeah. This is what it is. It seems like a far time, family, from telling us we ain't black and we don't vote for him. It seems like a far time to saying that we're super predators. It seems like a far time from saying I don't regret the 1994 crime bill. Yeah. Things change, family. Things change. The same thing will make you laugh or make you cry. Look at them folks in the back looking, saying, damn, Joe. Damn. Somebody made a point. They said it's sad that all of the people back there who are World War II veterans, they actually were more coherent than Joe Biden. I'm just saying. I'm just going there. Facts. All we do is put them on the table. You know what I'm saying? We don't make them up, family. We just sit back and we watch them. And when we watch them, it all comes into fruition. So let's watch this, family. That's not the end. That's not the all. We got a little more. This goes to show you again, when we speak about everything that we're talking in terms of this political atmosphere, this political climate, what we got going. Yes, that was sad with Joe. It's real bad. And the fact is, I don't know what's worse. The fact that that stuff is happening or the fact that they pulling this man out in front of everybody and they expect us to vote. And notice, they don't go telling these other communities that they need to go vote for that man. You don't see nobody running out here saying, oh, Latinos, you need to go get with that guy right there who just had an accident on stage. You don't see them saying, oh, yeah, all of the other communities, y'all go out there and go vote for that man. You trying to sell us that? Oh, nah. We ain't buying that one, homie. We ain't buying that one at all. We ain't buying that at all. No. That's your Democratic Party. Well, we don't want nothing to do with that. You better go tell the African American, because that right there, again, shows you where we are at and where we standing when it comes to this election, family. You see the nursing home, then you're going to see Master Joe, and that is just what it's going to have to be, because we ain't falling for the gambit. And this, by the way, was just a few days ago right there. Yeah, they are pulling out all of the hot sauce. They're trying to pull out the collard greens. They're still offering us food, y'all. Hey, let me tell you, they messing with the wrong ones. They're going up the wrong tree, all right? I'm telling you. They are out here literally still trying to offer us food. They do not care. The Democrats, I'm telling y'all, will never change. They will offer us food as long as they can. And right now, all of that is coming back to get them. Good. You can offer us all the collard greens in the world you want to, but guess what? We still ain't gonna goddamn vote. And by the way, she don't even know how to cook them anyway, because that ain't where she's from, and she can't stand on our business. And as we speaking about Joe just the other day, look at Joe. This was just today. So Joe went out and had his little speech today. Family, y'all tell me what he's doing. Look at this. Matter of fact, before I even wind it back, why is everybody else over here and Joe Biden's over here? What's he doing? Can somebody tell me tell me what he's doing. Look at this. This is Joe Biden right here, family. What is he doing? What is this man up to? I do not get what this man is doing at all. Not at all. Yeah, we said we was going to roast, but we going to roast. That's what we going to do. What's this man doing? The man is literally over there staring off into the wind. Everybody else is standing looking at something completely different. Joe Biden is way over there lost. Don't know where he's at again. This is what you see with Joe Biden. This is what you've been seeing in this election. And it's a consistent, constant thing that we've been calling out. What is he doing? Well, now he's starting to walk away. Look, fam, he starts to walk away. I think the lady has to go get him. What is he doing? What is he doing? Look, hey, wait. Look at this lady right here. Focus on her. This lady is literally like, y'all gonna go get him? This is elder abuse. Somebody put an end to this. This is insanity. Someone stop this insanity. Look, they gotta go get him. Look, she gotta go get him. Over there, President, huh? What? You ain't black. He don't even know. Fam, get this man out our face. You watch your damn mind if you think we're going to go vote for that. How slow is that? Damn, that took him 4 years. He started putting on them damn shades, family, in 2019. Didn't get them on until a week ago. Look how slow. Slow Joe. Bam. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with us. That ain't the type of time, y'all. Come on. Let's be real. We got to keep it 100. We got to keep it all the way 100. We got to keep it all the way real. That's what they're trying to sell foundational Black Americans. This dude was wandering off. They had to send somebody to come get him. Yeah, bad news. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. And it don't just stop there, though. Check this out. So after the debate, they sent Joe Biden back out today. All right. And we knew it was going to be. We all know the disaster of last night. But they started sending him out today. And he went back on stage today and he started rambling off. I'm going to show y'all some of the clips from him. We seen Donald Trump saying, should we call him Sleepy Joe? Should we call him Crooked Joe? I like Nursing Home Joe. Call it what you want. But Joe Biden came out and they started trying to have him like yell, and he was all like pumping his fist, all types of crazy stuff, right? Look at this. This shows you, family, that the Democrats, not only, as we say, are completely in shambles, but they really don't know what's going on. And by the way, look what's trending. Look what's trending. Before I show you that video, look what's trending right now, y'all. Panic in D.C. Panic in D.C. Look at them. They're panicking. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Panic in D.C. It shows you what we've been saying, y'all. They are in shambles. Matter of fact, we got about 700 people in the room. Let's just go ahead and go down the list. Let's look what's trending in the world today. We run the world any damn way. So let foundational Black Americans go ahead and see what's trending in the world that we run. This is our country. We run this country. So let's see. This right here was just a few hours ago. I think this was like 6, maybe 7 hours ago. This is them trying to do damage control because they panicking in D.C. So let's look right here, family, about how now, remember, that's the same Jill Biden right there that was trying to say, honey, you're having an accident. Get up. Honey, people are watching. Honey, you need to go get you some paper. You know what I'm saying? That's the same one. Now look at her trying to talk about him. So they sent out Jill Biden to do some damage control. Last night was so bad that they got to send out the first great-great-great-grandma lady to do some damage control.
No, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the
Whoa. Screenshot that for me, y'all. Somebody, this is worse than I thought. I'm just seeing this for the first time as y'all are. What the hell is that? Family, what is that? What is that right there? That is not the president. No way. No, that looks like when something is glitching and then it stops and it just freezes on a freeze frame. That's what that looked like. What the hell? No. And she sat there and said, you answered every question. Yeah, because it's a goddamn debate. That's what you're supposed to do in the debate. She literally giving this man some flowers for answering a question in which you're supposed to do any goddamn way. This is sad. This is where we are. Let's just say it. We are American citizens. This is unacceptable as an American. As an American, this should upset you. This should piss you off. Look at that, man. Please screenshot that. Somebody, please screenshot that. That is unreal. I've never seen nothing like that before. That is just glitching all damn day long. Like there's a storm outside and it's messing with your cable. All right. I see y'all in the chat too. I see y'all.
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Why?
He said he's the only.
Let's proceed, y'all. We ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We out here. We on one. You know a party ain't a party if we don't come. Let's go. Here we go. Look at this. The general consensus right here, y'all. Look at the general consensus. Share of likely voters who watched the debate who said each candidate performed their best at the debate. Donald Trump pulled in 60. Joe Biden pulled in 20. Family, you can't get Americans to agree on those type of numbers with anything. Fire Marshal Bill, I see you, AO. Yep, you ain't lying. Somebody get Jim Carrey, he live in color. Somebody get a living color on here because I just think I seen Fire Marshal Bill. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Damn. Oh, y'all funny in the chat. Oh, my God. I wish I could put everything up y'all saying. But just know, I see y'all. Damn. I see you, Gene. Certified salute, family. Oh, man, hold up. I got to freeze this to see y'all in the chat. Hey, I'm telling y'all, if you're new to the Black Alpha Network, make sure you subscribe right now. The chat is where it's at. The chat is where it's at. We be really getting it in. We do 600 for breakfast. So we be putting in thousands, 800, 700, 1,000, 1.4. This is where it's at. The chat is the livest. We got the best chat in all of the whole media. I don't care what type of media you do. We got the best chat. Yes, indeed. Y'all funny as hell. Damn. Yes, he's in damage control. Yes, you're absolutely right, Deborah. Absolutely right. Damage control. I see Beavis and Butthead. Yes, absolutely. Sad. Yeah, exactly. How did he even get 20? I mean, that must just be like the Biden family or something. Yes, you're right. He checked out. Checked all the way out. Gone. Lost. Can't see him no more. This man literally fell off. I see you, Cool Keezy. Certified salute, brother. Let's go. Let's continue. Let's go down the list, family. It's trending. This is what's trending right now. Panic in D.C. It's funny that as we sit here and we're breaking down everything from last night, we can literally look to the side and see that panic in D.C. is trending. New York Times editorial board calls on Biden to drop out. Look at that right there. Look at that. That's Wolf Blitzer right there. Look at it. This shows you already, family. Look at this. Look at that headline. New York Times editorial board calls for Biden to drop out. There's word on the street that we might be hearing something by Monday. Real talk, family. You're hearing a lot of things about maybe even this coming Monday. There might be some heads rolling in that Democratic Party. We were just showing Holland Martin and them going at it. If you look at like the Young Turks and all these other liberal communities, family, oh, they going at it left and right. They literally want to see this man drop out. We might literally, for the first time, see a president drop out. And I'm telling you right now, if he does drop out, that is all because of us. Nobody other than us. Family, I will throw a live. I don't care if it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. We will throw a live. Yes, we will. Let this man drop out, or shall we say, get kicked out of the race. Then we gonna definitely celebrate, because that's what it's time for, family. We got to start celebrating these victories. Y'all know with the Black Alpha Network, we never center none of this around negativity. Everything is in positivity. You got a billion other channels and a billion different people who going to tell you about how hard it is and what we need to do and we need to do better and we don't get along. We get along great and we some beautiful people. And it's time that the whole world sees that we operating as one and we shining. So, yeah, he might be getting kicked out real soon. I'm hearing about that. But let's proceed all the way down. Let's see some more. That's what Blitz. And I'm going to tell you, when CNN is saying that, CNN is an ultra-democratic shield channel. So when they're saying it, oh, man, you know it's bad in these streets. It's hard out here for the Shields family. What they say was all good just a week ago. Look at now. Look at now, family. It's got ultra bad. Look at this. Days without being a national embarrassment. 0. Damn. Folks is really out here running him through the mud. That was a disaster. Don't let nobody tell you that wasn't a disaster. Look at this right here. Somebody got a space. Would Trump defeat Gavin Newsom in the debate? We're going to get on Gavin Newsom here in a minute because y'all know we've been calling him out a long time, and that's the person that you're starting to hear a lot. Gavin Newsom is the guy that they're trying to act like is some new JFK. All right, he got all the hair grease, okay? He's got way too much hair grease. That's what it is. That's Gavin Newsom. We're going to talk about him here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But look at this right here, family. Still, the debate, like it just shows you, it is very bad out here. They said they panicking in D.C., all right? There should be panic in D.C. A lot of just different things going on. And I'm going to tell you another thing I noticed that was real funny style. And what was funny to me, there you go. That's what I want to show y'all. Boom. Look at this right here. Family, look at them headlines. Somebody literally made a collage of all the headlines about last night's debate. Let's just read them. We here. This is Black Alpha Network. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Love y'all. Let's go. Babylon and Horse. Biden's debate performance sends Democrats into a panic. That is from, I want to say, the Associated Press, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's from NBC News. Politico says Biden is toast, calling it now. Biden stumbles, rambles in the opening of the debate. Business Insider, the first debate was a complete disaster for Joe Biden. Next one, the Washington Examiner, liberals panic on Biden's decline. The next one, Raw Story, Biden's early debate performance could send Democrats into full-blown panic. Oh, not could, has. Let's get that straight. Let's update that term, y'all. Not past tense going forward. Next one, the Daily Beast. Joe Biden mumbles and stumbles the Democrats into a crisis. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the next one. Newsweek. Deep panic among Democrats after Biden's debate performance, CNN says. Damn. Here we go. USA Today, y'all. A disaster so far. Biden's freezing on stage during debate draws fire on social media. The next one, media. Deep, wide, and very aggressive panic. CNN's John King reports Dems may ask Biden to step aside. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. This is the world we live in. It's a beautiful time to be alive, and it's even more beautiful if you were foundational Black American. It's even more better to be one of us. Yes, indeed. Look at this. It's happening and we're watching it. And we are the root of it. Don't get it tangled. Don't get it twisted. That's because of us. Every one of those headlines, they'll never say it, so we're going to say it. That's what we do. We don't wait for them to tell us anything, okay? If we see something that foundational Black Americans help create or just create it completely, we're going to say it. This is because of FBA. This is because of FBA, foundational Black Americans. We are the reason behind all of that. You wouldn't see none of this if the Democratic shields were still in control. You wouldn't see none of this if Roland Martin and Van Nessa Jones were still there. You wouldn't see none of this if these folks was literally controlling and dominating the narrative. The fact that you see that is because of us. Who were the first people saying that Joe Biden was 999 years old? It was us. Who were the first people saying Joe Biden can't speak, can't walk, can't talk? It was us. Who were the first people saying that he's not fit to be president, bringing up his terrible track record? Who are the first people saying that this debate was going to be trash? You can look at all of us. He was ducking Donald Trump because one person can speak and the other can't. We knew this was going to happen. It was foundational Black Americans. So the Newsweek, the Washington Examiner, Politico, Business Insider, they can all write that talk, but foundational Black Americans are the ones who came up with all that. That is us clearly across the board. And it's only a matter of time that we the only ones out here saying that right there too. That right there too. So they can say whatever they want about last night's debates, family, but that had foundational Black American handwriting written all over it. And so will the rest of this election, and so will the political process forever, because like I said, we have literally, genuinely, sincerely changed the game. And it ain't over yet because we just getting started. Reparations generation. Watch this right here, y'all. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
The hope is that perhaps somebody else will step up for that nomination.
On the Democrats?
Yes, sir.
These two women say they are strong Biden supporters, but watching the debate was difficult.
I was concerned, very, very concerned about Biden's real ability.
What do you mean real ability? Say what you want to say, Shaquita. Say what you want. I'm getting some Tether vibes too. Y'all getting some Tether vibes? Let me know if y'all getting some Tether vibes from them right there. I'm getting some super duper Tether vibes with that one. I'm just his real ability. His real ability to what? You know that ain't FBA. That's not foundational. Nah, that ain't foundational. No way. Because foundational Black Americans, we're not gonna undercut it like that. We're not gonna sit there and be like his real ability. His real ability to speak, his real ability to talk, his real ability to say what's really true. Let's be real. What we talking about when you say real ability? What we talking about? Yeah, let's be real. Certified salute to you, family. Much love, much respect. Okay, the people have spoken. We getting some Tether vibes. Okay, I thought so too, y'all. I thought so. I was getting some Tether. Y'all know how we feel about them Fleetman foreheads now. You know what I'm saying? Them foreheads is about 4 hours early to the gathering. Okay, I thought so. Yep. Okay, we getting some they not like us vibes. I see you. Yeah, they not like us. I'm getting them they not like us vibes too, y'all. Yes, indeed. I'm getting them too. All right, I knew it. His real ability, because remember, y'all, nobody really brings this up. A lot of tethers, they vote Democrat. Okay, that's what it is. I actually did some research and seen one of the biggest contributors to the Democratic Party in terms of lobbyists are African and Caribbean rich people. You know, they come over here because let's be real, they flee over here. And then a lot of the contributors to the Democratic Party are immigrants from Africa and from the Caribbean. So when we see all these people come over here talking about saying, what's up, my brother, and all that kind of stuff, a lot of them people are voting for the Democrats and literally giving them money. It's funny because they get mad at us for practicing economics, group economics, but yet they practice group economics with giving lobbyists money and giving campaign contributions to the Democrats. So that's exactly who that lady is right there. So we got that confirmed. All right. So she says his real ability. So what we really mean is your real ability to talk, to walk, to actually know what day of the week it is. Okay. We got you. Okay. We understand that, Ms. Mutombo. Watch this, family. Watch what they say.
Are frankly depressed.
My genuine hope is that perhaps somebody else will step up for that.
On the Democrats?
Yes, sir.
These two women say they are strong Biden supporters, but watching the debate was difficult.
I was concerned, very, very concerned about Biden's real ability to carry this nation forward, just from a physical perspective.
Do you feel the same way?
Yes.
Many who voted for Joe Biden in 2020 and support him currently are frankly depressed.
My genuine hope is that perhaps somebody else will step up for that nomination.
On the Democrats?
Yes, sir.
These two.
Damn. It's too close to the election. It's too close to the election, family, for them to be calling for this. Way too close. You don't normally see that. Nope. And look at the headline. Look at the headline. New York Times editorial board calls on Biden to drop out. Trump at rally says he don't think Biden will. Oh my goodness, family. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time to be FBA. It's got to be great to be FBA. It just has to be. The fact that you can be foundational Black American and call everything and just sit back and watch it happen, it's got to be great. What Muhammad Ali say? I got to be the greatest. Yes, we got to be the best, family, because you're seeing it play out in real time. Real time, this is all playing out, and it literally, genuinely is what we've been calling our shot. We've been calling our shot. Everything we've been saying was going to happen has been happening. So now let's talk about that process, because I'm hearing a lot of people, word on the street, a lot of people saying that it might be sooner rather than later that they start rolling out some new people. So when you start seeing these candidates pop out, but here's the thing. The Democrats don't have nobody. Who do they have? They haven't been grooming anybody because they've been dealing with just Master Joe. They were in such a rush to full foundationals. Let's talk about how them trying to con game us in 2020 is going to affect them for the next 20 to 50 years. Okay, let's go there. Let's chop it up. The reason why the Democrats are in such shambles right now is because instead of grooming young Democrats to come up and actually serve the people, they always took the same road that they always take. How can we fool foundational Black Americans? How can we hijack Breonna Taylor? How can we hijack George Floyd? Let me say this as well. The reason why they get no sympathy from me, the reason why I'm enjoying all of this show is because I remember in 2020 that they literally took the pain and suffering from Breonna Taylor and they turned that into Vote Blue stickers. I remember that. I remember the George Floyd protests went from justice for Black Americans into anybody but Trump. I remember they was paying off Black Lives Matter to show up in all of these areas where we were, and they started talking all this nonsense about go vote for Joe. That's where the Vote Blue, no matter who comes from. Vote Blue, no matter who comes from, Black Americans in 2020 standing on business about Breonna Taylor, Rashard Brooks, and Ahmaud Arbery, and them saying, no, you just go vote and you get Donald Trump out of office. I will never forgive the Democrats, the Democratic Shields, liberals, or anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what affiliation. The way they hijacked those protests and they diverted the energy about us getting hate crime protections in 2020. You're talking about Rashard Brooks, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor. All four of those. And they took all that energy and they gave it to Kamala Harris. And she was running around here saying, no, y'all remember that? I feel no sympathy for that either. When you run around here saying, no, I ain't going to do nothing for y'all. Joe Biden said, y'all ain't Black. Kamala Harris said, I ain't doing nothing for y'all specifically. And in the meantime, in between time, we will, though, show up at all your protests and take all your energy and give it to Joe Biden. So if we fast forward to right now and we look at all those headlines and that debate, man, we ain't got no other means other than to sit back, pop our collar, enjoy the show because we're the ones doing it. 4 years of change. That's how FBA is. You may try to slide one on us now, but I'm telling you, we're going to spin the block. We're going to spin the block. Let's be real. The Black Grassroots, we done spent the block on the Democrats, and it ain't as sweet as it was in 2020. It ain't as cool as it was in 2020. Now, you got to deal with everything. You got to pay the piper, and that's what it is, and that's why we're enjoying the show. So the Democrats who've been disrespecting us for 60 years, y'all, 60 years they've been disrespecting us. How can somebody be your number one voter block, does everything for you? They would be out of business if it wasn't for Black Americans, okay? They would be out of business if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans. A lot of our grandmothers and great-grandmothers, a lot of our aunts and uncles, they have been out here walking in the cold. How many times every election season you see Black folks stand out in the cold for this party? And this party ain't ever gave you a dime in return, okay? Until we showed up. We are the generation that cleaned house. We're the ones who said, no, we ain't going for that. No, nope. Reparations ain't going to be a joke no more. Y'all not going to take Martin Luther King and token Luther King him. Nope. You're not going to say, I have a dream, but don't talk about coming to get our check. And you damn sure ain't going to go get us to vote for nothing. Remember all that? Your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote. Now, ain't it funny, fam? 1 minute they tell us that all of the brown people, they tell us about all of the minorities, their people built America. Ain't it? Remember, Joe Biden said illegals built America. That's what Joe Biden said, all right? So Joe Biden said illegals built America, but he tells us our ancestors died for us to have the right to vote. Why don't you go tell them that? You tell them that they people built America. You tell us that Mr. Julio and Mr. Sanchez built America. How come you don't tell them about their ancestors passed for them to have the right to vote? So, I get it. You want to give them all of our legacy, but yet you want to use all those con game and our legacy against us over here. You notice that they don't never go to the Chicanos and tell them about their ancestors. They only bring their ancestors up when they're trying to give our ancestors some type of con game, when they want to take our ancestors and give them the light. Then they'll bring them up at that time, but they don't bring them up any other time. Nah, it don't go that way. It don't go that way. No. They don't go around all these people they give money to. Joe Biden wrote all those laws for another community on his first day. He wrote all those other laws for another community on his second day. Still ain't done nothing for us. They out here talking about high-speed internet. When I went to go see Kamala in Orangeburg, South Carolina, I promise you, family, they were talking about high-speed internet was a tangible for Black Americans. They're upset now that we reject all that. High-speed internet, reject, get that the hell out of here. All right? Hip-hop History Month, reject, get that the hell out of here. All right? Student debt relief, get that the hell out of here. Reparations. And we are stern and we're not moving off of our pivot. That's why they're upset. But guess what? All of those people who are coming from over the border, those people are coming over here to vote Republican. So if they are voting Republican, all the people, because remember, everybody says they're trying to replace Black Americans, right? They can't replace us in their voter block. We got them against the ropes. I've been talking about our political power right here for a long time. They have nowhere to go. The Democrats are stuck. You got Donald Trump and you got the Republicans and MAGA giving them that work right now. Then over here, you got all the illegals that they try to bring in, all the Black and Brown coalition. But guess what? Those people who they've been giving tangibles to, resources to, those people come over here and vote Republican. Y'all seen Latinos for Trump? Yeah, those folks come over here and they vote for the Republican Party. Because you got to remember, back home in their homeland, they don't associate supremacy with the Democrats. They associate supremacy with Republicans. Remember, Mr. Julio, back where he's from, he doesn't come to America and try to assimilate to the Democrats because he's not used to playing games with Black people. In his homeland, he is the W. So he comes over here and he says, I want to be like Mitt Romney. I want to be like John McCain, George Bush, Donald Trump. So minorities and Blacks and Browns, they relate to the supremacy style of the Republicans. They don't vote Democrat. The Foundational Black American Black Grassroots, which is all of us, we got about 700 people in here subscribed. All of us, we are saying no tangibles, no vote. Where the Democrats got to run to now, the only thing they can do is tuck tail, come try to run back to us and run the con game. And they are not going to run into a roadblock. They're not going to run into a speed bump. They're going to run into a brick wall trying to pull that. So where can they go? And I've been calling it right here on this channel for the last 3 years. I was seeing it all come. I was watching the perfect storm. It's like when you're sitting outside, you see a storm coming. That's what was happening to the Democrats. I seen the storm coming. I said, they're going to run out of space. They ain't going to have nowhere to go. They ain't going to have nowhere to go. And guess what? When you ain't got nowhere to go, you get all the people talking about the candidate needs to step aside. You are about 6 months away from the election, and they're talking about their candidate stepping aside. And here's the thing. This ain't a new candidate. This is the sitting president. You have never seen a sitting president get told that he needs to step aside. You've never seen the Democratic nominee get told that he has to step aside. You're getting both of those, which typically would only happen one at a time. You're getting them both at the same damn time. Because FBA, we G-check and we regulate at the same damn time. Vote and couch. And let me tell you about that Vote for Couch. Vote Couch 2024, family. Oh, it is sweeping the nation. Oh, Vote Couch 2024 is sweeping the nation. They don't know what to do. That has them scared. Let me tell you, what you're seeing right there on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, that has the Democratic plantation shook more than anything. They cannot understand, they can't fathom, they cannot wrap their minds around the very fact that we would say, nah, we're going to go ahead and vote couch, which means we're going to stay the hell home. They don't know how to handle that. That right there has them completely afraid. I'm telling you, if they see that sign right now, they see that picture right now, family, they are going to go into a complete disarray, And they should go into a complete disarray because that's exactly what the goal is. Our goal was to bring down the Democratic plantation. Don't listen to none of these people out here talking about vote red and all the family. We ain't with none of that. We ain't vote red. We ain't vote blue. We vote black. That's what it is. It's a beautiful thing when you can just go ahead and stay at home. And we staying at home. And they have never fathomed this ever. They're used to black folks having votes used against them. They're not used to the votes working for us. And as a matter of fact, you got a lot of people out here trying to use stuff against us. Y'all see that guy right there? Y'all know him, right? Remember this guy? Yep. This guy, his days are numbered. All right? Because he is not as powerful as he once used to be. Not to mention that all the fish fry, we the ones who call that out. The older generation used to eat the fish fry and go vote. We say, damn your fish fry. We ain't voting. Big difference. Remember when he said this right here?
My concern is much more with black voters getting the right information, getting all of the information so that they will be informed voters. That's my concern. I believe very strongly that this president has done what is necessary to earn the support of African Americans all over this country. But I'm also concerned that when we report these results, they don't always tell the full story. My concern is much more with black voters.
Family, that's all they got, okay? That's all you get with James C-O-O-N Clyburn. That's all you get. What are they going to do, y'all? What are they going to do right now? Right now, at this moment in time, what can they do? When was the last time you even seen this guy? He might be the only person older than Joe Biden. When was the last time you seen this guy right here? You ain't seen him because he don't hold no power. Family, let's go there. Let's really, really break this down. How many Democratic shills don't you see no more? Let's go down the list. We got time. We got time today. Holden Martin went from CNN, got fired, to TV One, got fired. Now he has a YouTube show, all right, that nobody watches. Then you had Tiffany Cross. Y'all remember Tiffany Cross, right? Tiffany Cross was running around here, running her mouth as well. Where's Tiffany Cross? She got fired from MSNBC. Let's move on. Let's go to Angela Rye. Y'all remember Angela Rye, Mrs. FBA's really just Twitter bots. And remember she was saying it was Russian bots. Remember her? Angela Rye got let go from CNN. Angela Rye now has a podcast with Tiffany Cross. Y'all remember Andrew Hotel Gillum? Y'all remember that? Remember, they were trying to sell us Andrew Gillum like he was supposed to be the new Barack Obama. Let's not forget about Andrew Hotel Gillum. They were trying to sell that. Andrew Gillum, 1 minute they were trying to tell us that he was Barack Obama 2.0. He goes into a hotel and never been the same. Matter of fact, all three of them have a podcast together, y'all. Let's be real. Vanessa Jones, you only seen him recently just when he popped up literally last night about the crop. Where is Donna Brazile? Don't see her around no more. Stacey Abrams, I told you, I think me and Marcel were the last people to see her. I seen her in Savannah because we was about to go do a full court press. I'm telling you, they rolled her in there. She came and gave a speech for about 5 minutes, maybe not even that long. I'm promising y'all, it was real short. Then they rolled her all the way out, all the way gone. She's back in Nigeria. Family, go back to 2020. Remember, Stacey Abrams was the one that they were saying was the next person. Remember, they were trying to make her Mammy Luther King, right? Yes, I said it. Mammy Luther King. They were building Stacey Abrams. They invested trillions of dollars in the whole Democratic shield, but particularly someone like Stacey Abrams. Remember, she popped up in the 1990s. Stacey Abrams was at the Bill Clinton versus Bob Dole. Bill Clinton versus Bob Dole in 1996. She was at the inauguration for Bill Clinton. Okay, Tupac Shakur was still alive, all right? She was at the inauguration in 1996, and she was a young lady then. And then they groomed her all the way, and they tried to make her win the governor of Georgia. She lost like twice, got destroyed, mollywopped. Where's she at now? You don't see Stacey Abrams around no more at all. She is gone. Family, you're talking about Stacey Abrams, Roland Martin, Angela Rye, Tiffany Cross, Andrew Gillum, Donna Brazile. These were all mainstays in the Democratic Shield plantation. You don't see none of them no more. None. Because of us. The same energy that had Joe Biden coughing and stuttering 39 times every 39 seconds last night is the same energy that got Stacey Abrams and all them other shields out the paint. That's FBA right there. Them people, trust me, I'm telling you now, trust me, if we weren't on code, you see all them every damn day. You wouldn't see them enough. Every time you turned your channel, hit your timeline, went down, scrolled, you see them everywhere. You don't see them because they're not welcome. I told you, when a Democratic shield cannot con Black Americans, they have no room. We have literally got them fired. If you don't like them, then you go ahead and you do not support the Democrats, they'll all get fired. They'll all get fired. Every last one of them, they'll get fired. That's it. You will never have to deal with a Democratic shield ever in your life. Don't ever have to deal with them. You'll never have to look at a Democratic shield for your whole life because foundational Black Americans, we just don't rock with them. Understand, the dominant society don't hang around them because they like them. The dominant society is around them because they are the ones carrying the water. They're the ones conning us. They got one job to do. They got one job. Their one job is to con us to vote for the Democrats. When we do not vote for the Democrats, they get fired. There's nothing in the middle. Either you're going to get us to get on that plantation or you're going to get fired. And that's why they've all got fired. Now, when I was sitting here telling everybody about how they have all of these people who come over here from over the border, look at this right here. All the folks who come over, well, look at Miss Hernandez. Look at Miss Hernandez right here. Miss Hernandez right here. I want y'all to see how Miss Hernandez, she come over here and look who she says she's voting for. Watch.
Donald Trump, Puerto Rico is with you. Donald Trump, Puerto Rico is with you. Donald Trump, Puerto Rico is with you. Philippines.
We gotta win. We gotta win this November. We gotta win.
We're for Trump. 100%. Good. Donald Trump.
Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's go there. Yes, indeed. I see you, FBA Queen. Yes. Mammy Luther King. I see you, sister, all day. Mammy Luther King. That is Stacey Abrams. They spend a lot of money in Mammy Luther King. Didn't get $1 back. Damn shame. Yeah, look at that right there. Oh, you right. Yep, you absolutely right, brother. Don Lemonade. That's another one. That's another. I forgot about him. Fam, don't tell me we ain't winning. Don't tell me this ain't the reparations generation. Don't tell me that foundational Black Americans are not on cold and stronger than ever. I've been saying it for the longest. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding. We're untouchable, unbreakable, unmatched, and stronger than ever. And we got all the evidence to show it. If you want to see how strong we are in this generation, walk outside and look around. You got your answer. No exception. Yeah, we winning out here. That's what we doing. And it's all because of us. We are politically savvy and we're so intellectually superior to a lot of these people. We can look at it clearly and see where we have made an impact, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It ain't just hip hop where everybody wants to follow our lead. It ain't just R&B music where everybody want to follow our lead. It ain't just entertainment. Trust me. People want to be like us on some revolutionary political, social activities as well. Yes, indeed. Now, let's talk about Miss Hernandez right there. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at this. Yes, we winning in these streets. Yes, indeed. Look what she says, y'all. She says Puerto Rico, but then I want y'all to notice who she passes her microphone to. This is why we say the Democrats got nowhere to go. Where are you going to go, Democrats, when FBA, your number one voter block, ain't voting for you? We voting couch. And then all of the people who come from Latin America that you want to pass all them tangibles to, they ain't voting for you. Then who you got to run to? Democrats are on an island. They're on a I done fucked around and found out island. And foundational Black Americans are the presidents of that island. Watch this again.
Donald Trump, Puerto Rico is with you. Philippines.
She said, I think she said Philippines. Did she say Philippines? I'm pretty sure she said her friends are Philippines. Filipinos, watch. Yeah.
Philippines.
I think that she said in the Philippines as well. We gotta win. We gotta win this November. We gotta win.
We're for Trump. 100%. Good. Donald Trump, Puerto Rico is with you.
Giving all these folks all these things, helping these folks with every last thing that you can find, and you still losing to foundational Black Americans. What does that tell you, y'all? What does that tell you? Right there. Okay, she did. Okay. I thought that's what I heard. I thought that's what I heard as well. Okay. Yep. All right. Yep. So right there, Puerto Ricans in the Philippines, they both said we with Donald Trump. They said we with Trump. Trust me. And go to where Puerto Rico is, and everybody in that region, they with Trump too. Go to the Philippines, and everybody who's in that region, they with Trump too. So you mean to tell me the Republicans are getting the minority vote? I thought the Democrats elevated the minorities above us. Let's go there. We want to talk about them elevating people above us. They always elevate all of these other minorities above us. You got FBA, the people who built America, And then they'll say, we're going to elevate the minorities above them. Okay. FBA, the people who built America, we're going to elevate the people of color above them. All right. FBA, the people who built America, we're going to elevate the black and brown above them. But the crazy thing is that you elevated the minorities, but then they elevated over to the Republicans. You elevated the black and brown, but they elevated over to the Republicans. You elevated the people of color, but they elevated over to the Republicans. So if Donald Trump is pulling all these people, mind you, Donald Trump is winning the minority vote, and he ain't doing nothing for minorities. This is the craziest thing about it. Trump is getting the minority vote, and he don't even rock with minorities. He's getting their vote for free because deep down inside, they view supremacy in their homeland the same way Trump and the Republicans view supremacy. They have a, I want to be a supremacist Republican going on. I want to be a supremacist Republican activity, approach, mentality going on. They don't see that with the Democrats. So since everybody's on that, what we got now? Now, FBA, we in prime, picture perfect position. You know what we can say? You ain't got the minorities that you try to elevate above us. You ain't got the black and brown that you try to elevate above us. And then you want to come back to us? No, the couch is here. We can do whatever we want with the Democrats, y'all. We can do whatever they want. They need our vote. Remember, the old days was the we need them. Reality is they need us. They need us right now. So family, what they gonna do? They need our vote. We don't need their vote. They need our vote. We don't need them. So what happens next, family, when we sit there and tell these people, okay, you can't run to the black and brown. You can't run to the people of color. What you got next? They gonna say, will y'all vote for us? We're going to say hell to the no, because you went to hell to the no generation. Check this one out right here too, y'all. Look at this. This is what Joe Biden, remember this just a few months ago? Y'all remember this with Joe Biden? Remember this? When the man was trying to he literally bought some fried chicken and brought it to people's house. This is their voter outreach, y'all. This is their voter outreach. Watch this right here. Remember this. We going down the line. Oh, yeah. They had a terrible night last night. It's going to be even worse tonight. And tonight is nowhere near as bad as it's going to be on election day when we vote that couch 2024. Watch this right here. He was trying to give fried chicken just 3 months ago.
What does fried chicken, hot sauce, and sexy red have in common? If you haven't guessed by now, just hold on a minute. Joe Biden, in his attempt to gain ground with black voters, sat down with a black family over fried chicken. After ignoring black people and hell, every other race of people in America for the last 4 years, he figured what better way to bring black people back in the fold than some good old fried chicken. When I seen the video, it made me think of none other than Hillary Clinton and her hot sauce that she takes everywhere with her.
What's something that you always carry with you? Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Which brings me to my last point.
Stop. Wait a minute. Oh, we got to unpack that one, y'all. We got to unpack that. Yeah. Remember that Hillary Clinton hot sauce line? Kamala Harris just put out a picture with some hot sauce about a week ago. So you got the hot sauce. They pulled out the hot sauce again. Kamala Harris went into Hillary Clinton's refrigerator and said, is this the hot sauce you were using to get votes? Let me go ahead and use the same hot sauce. They not changing. And then while Hillary Clinton's hot sauce was being confiscated by Kamala, Joe Biden said, hey, I got some fried chicken too. Then Clyburn showed up and he said, hell, might as well throw some fish fry in there. Then Kamala Harris came back and said, hell, I got some collard greens too. Let's just give these black folks a whole goddamn barbecue. And we'll do it at the Hip Hop for 50. Because remember, they had a damn barbecue at the Hip Hop for 50. So every other community is getting tangibles, resources, benefits, 5-star hotels. They're getting bikes. They're getting scooters. They're getting money. They're getting allowances, free lunches, free breakfast, free dinner. And foundational black Americans are still getting hot sauce and sexy red. Vote Couch 2024.
The vice panderer, Kamala Harris, invites HBCU students over to the house, and this happens.
I'm not even going to play that song, y'all. Let me go ahead. I don't even want to put that out there in the atmosphere, but that's what they were doing while they was listening to Sexy Red. While they was hanging out with the vice president, listening to Sexy Red, y'all. That's what they giving foundational black Americans. That is not 10 years ago. That is not 7 years ago. Family, that was about 7 weeks ago. Not to mention, in between that, Gorilla showed up. And then they was out there rocking the Gorilla, bringing Gorilla on there, trying to ask Gorilla, can she talk about economics? Trying to ask Sexy Red if she could talk about jobs, This is what they're throwing at FBA. And then when we say it's vote couch, they want to get mad. They're going to be mad as hell then because the couch is getting better and better every single second. Shameful. Shameful, shameful, shameful. And they know no shame. They know no shame. They don't know no shame. And guess what? We don't know no voting then. How about that then? How about that? Y'all don't know no shame. We don't know no vote. Good exchange. That's an even exchange. I like matching energy. And that's what we've been doing, really. We've been matching energy. All right? These people want to neglect us, then we're going to neglect them. These people want to try to hustle us, then we're going to hustle you. That's what it is. I don't mind telling the Republicans how bad the Democrats are. I don't mind telling the Democrats how bad the Republicans are. I don't mind telling this group versus this group. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, we don't move for nothing. You better cut some checks and then we going to move. Other than that, boom. And when we get the check, we still ain't moving for you. We're going to take the money. We're going to take it back to where we come from. That's what it is. We just matching energy in this generation, y'all. We just matching energy in this generation. These people cannot cosplay us. They cannot take our foundational Black American icons. They cannot hustle us. It's just not going to work. And it took us to do it. It took us to step to the plate and say, we're not going for it. We're not going for it. You're not going to hustle us. You're not going to use our legacy. You're not going to use our icons. Fam, who likes pain and suffering against our community more than the Democrats? Trust me. When they see us suffering or something bad happen to us, they enjoy it. Why do they enjoy it? Because they're the ones who put it on the billboard. They put it on the billboard. Oh, a foundational Black American got harmed? Good. I'm going to put that in my campaign ad. Oh, a foundational Black American young little queen, young sister, she got harmed by a race soldier? Good. I'm going to go ahead and put that on a sticker. And I'm only going to do it every 4 years. In between election, hell no. We ain't doing nothing for y'all. In between election, you ain't Black. When election season pulls up, then we going to put that up on the big screen. That's how they've been playing us. That's how they've been hustling us. So if they want to put Breonna Taylor on the big screen so they can get votes, if they want to put Sandra Bland on the big screen so they can get votes, then we going to put this on the big screen so they can get no votes. We matching energy, y'all. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to put this on the big screen so they don't get no votes. We matching energy, y'all. You're not going to take what we do for your own political benefit. You're not going to get all these folks to come and round us up for your own benefit. And you're not going to hustle my lineage, heritage, and culture without catching that work. So you can send out all these cosplayers. They can only cosplay with folks who fall for that. We don't fall for a damn thing. And speaking of falling for things, can I bring this up, y'all? Y'all remember this person right here. Let's go there. Because this person, y'all notice, been kind of hiding lately, right? Y'all notice she been kind of hiding. You ain't really seen her coming out like that. She tried to come out and defend Joe. Couldn't do it. She tried to come out and say, well, you know, Joe wasn't that. Yeah, he was bad. But, yeah, Joe kind of, no, Joe did mess up. But Joe, no, he's not 200. No, he is 200 years old. But ain't none. I'm going to tell you what she was doing. She's the main one. They send out all of these people who are non-FBA. Think about it, y'all. Barack Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, non-FBA. Kamala Harris, non-FBA. Barack Obama, non-FBA. That White House press secretary, non-FBA. They got a whole bunch of these non-FBAs running around here trying to speak like they're foundational Black Americans. They sent her out here for the longest. Foundational Black Americans was saying she is not one of us. She was the they not like us before they not like us came out. I promise you, we were saying they not like us with her 4 years ago, because no one knew who she really was other than people in California who said she was locking up Black women for the longest. And then she tried to say that she was a Black woman just a few months ago. It's a whole big game. But I want y'all to notice, when you want to hustle foundational Black Americans, when you want to scheme, plot, strategize against us, they would always come in and they would start saying words from people that we endear. See, when they don't have the food, they can't get you with the collard greens or with the hot sauce or the fish fry. They always would try to pull out Martin Luther King. And we came back and we reclaimed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And now they can't really do it. So a lot of people been dusting off this little thing she did here. And I want y'all to hear how she plagiarized a Dr. Martin Luther King speech. And then she used that back against us to get votes. Watch this right here, family. Listen to her words. And then I'm going to show you the text of how she took Dr. Martin Luther King's words and plagiarized it so she can try to get some type of benefit. Matter of fact, let's read it first. This right here, what you see on your screen, is a direct quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, okay? I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to let you hear the audio of her straight up, flat out stealing from Dr. Martin Luther King and give no credit, and did that so she can cosplay our culture, because that's what tethers do. Watch this. Quote, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I never will forget a moment in Birmingham when a policeman accosted a little Negro girl, 7 or 8 years old, who was walking in a demonstration with her mother. What do you want? The policeman asked her gruffly. And the little girl looked him straight in the eye and answered, freedom. She's a young girl, so they're emphasizing, she said, freedom, like freedom, like a young child would say. One more time. I never will forget a moment in Birmingham when a white policeman accosted a young little young Negro girl, 7 or 8 years old, who was walking in a demonstration with her mother. What do you want? The policeman asked her gruffly, and the little girl looked him straight in the eye and answered, freedom, meaning freedom. She couldn't even pronounce it, but she knew it. It was beautiful. Many times when I have been sorely trying situations, the memory of that little girl has come into my mind, and it has basically took over him. One more time. The policeman asked the girl, what do you want? And the little girl said, freedom. She couldn't pronounce it, but she knew what it was. It was beautiful. Now watch this.
There are a lot of good stories.
Do you get that energy from your...
There are a lot of good stories.
Do you get that energy from your parents, or the thought of, hey, I have to fight for what's right, and I got to get out there? And I mean, when were you out there protesting?
Well, I was in a stroller. And so I was out there. And in fact, my mother used to have a very funny story about I was fussing and she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, and this is how she would say it. And she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, freedom.
No. Oh, come on.
Stop. Wait a minute. Hold the hell up. Did she not just take Dr. Martin Luther King and plagiarize that completely? One more time. This is from Dr. Martin Luther King right here. A little Negro girl, 7 or 8 years old, who was walking in a demonstration with her mother. What do you want? The policeman asked her gruffly, and the little girl looked him straight in the eye and answered, freedom. She couldn't even pronounce it, but she knew it. It was beautiful. Many times when I have been sorely trying situations, the memory of the little girl has come into my mind.
It was a much cuter story when she...
Apparently that didn't happen to Dr. Martin Luther King. It was Kamala Harris and her mother. No. Dr. Martin Luther King, that wasn't him. That was Kamala Harris and her mother, according to Kamala Harris. Let's hear her say it one more time.
There, and in fact, my mother used to have a very funny story about I was fussing and she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, and this is how she would say it. And she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, freedom.
No. Oh, come on.
It was
they go to cackling.
A much cuter story when she would tell it, but that's the...
Notice how she kept emphasizing it was her mother. Listen to that right there, fam. She keeps trying to make it her own. My mother said, it was my mother. My mother said it. This is how my mother would tell the story. My mother said, I said it. That is literally the definition of someone tethering, y'all. That is literally the definition of trying to tether in to our community. Listen to that right there. She literally just snatched some Dr. Martin Luther King lifestyle situation, something that he dealt with, and she literally put her own name on it, gave it to her mom. This is what we talking about with this person, with the Democratic Party, and this is why they have no shame, and this is why we will give no sympathy, and this is why they got to hold their own NUT ZZZZZZs. That's why, right there. Look at that. Said my mother said it. Her mother ain't even black, y'all. Look at this, how they doing it.
A funny story about I was fussing and she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, and this is how she would say it. And she said, Kamala, what do you want? And I said, freedom.
No. Oh, come on.
That's what she said. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King said. And what we said is what you see on my screen right here. That's what we said. So look at that right there. Completely plagiarizing. Completely just took it and used that against foundational Black Americans for votes. Not to mention that they don't use Tupac Shakur. Not to mention she tried to use Snoop Dogg. Not to mention she tried to use Phife Dawg. She tried to use Converse and Timberlands. Anything to get a vote. Y'all, these people don't care. Listen, the Democrats will never change. They never change. It's always going to be two different sides of supremacy, y'all. Two different sides of supremacy. It's always going to be the one side of supremacy that runs around here and tries to tell foundational Black Americans that we're going to be your friends. And it's going to be the other one who runs around and tells foundational Black Americans, stay away from thems. And the other one's going to come back around and say, well, vote for us in the process. That's what it is. He blames him, and then he comes back around to take your votes from you, and then he does it in the same way. That's the way they get down. This is the system of supremacy. That person is not FBA. That person is not BLACK. That person has been running here trying to get that interference on us. And then remember, y'all remember when I attended the Kamala Harris speech protest? I'm the only Black activist, okay? I think I might be the only certified Black activist ever, because anytime you see a Black activist broadcasting or reporting from an actual Democratic campaign event, you're typically getting a shield, because that's who they let in these events. I'm the only Black activist that ever reported live from the inside of a Kamala Harris or Joe Biden campaign, all right? I did my thing, and I got in, used my sources, and I got in to report from one of their campaigns. And I brought back to the family like I'm going to always do. I don't care if it's a hate crime. I don't care if it's a task force. I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring my family with me. And then I'm going to come back here and we're going to rock out on Tuesday, on Friday, on Sunday, any day. And I'm going to bring y'all what I saw. We all going to get together and we're going to rock and we're going to completely roast them. That's what I did. So when I went to go see Kamala Harris, all right, and I was like, oh, they don't even know. They don't even know. Y'all done let us certified in here. So I was the only Black activist certified to ever report from the inside of a Joe Biden or Kamala Harris campaign. And I got some good footage. And I want y'all to see this footage. I showed a lot of people before, but we're going to show it again because this is election season, right? Let me show y'all this. This was Kamala Harris. I want to say this was right after the NAACP wouldn't allow us and they kicked us out. Because remember, when we got kicked out of the NAACP event, we were there to see Kamala. Before Kamala took the stage, they told us to leave. So just by nature, I got the invite to come back 2 weeks later to Orangeburg, South Carolina. And I went and I brought the camera with me and I was in there I was on game. So let me show y'all what ended up happening. She is on stage. And remember, this whole time, she been non-Black. She was going back to her original people. She was going around her community and she was representing them. Now, all of a sudden, election season, she started claiming to be Black again. Let me show y'all. I see you right there. Yeah, I see you, Love. I need to have a talk with Kamala. And let me tell you, in a minute, I'm about to show you my little talk with Kamala. And I'm going to show it to y'all right after I play this. Oh, I had some words and they heard me because that's just the way it go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all know I'm going to always say something. Watch this, though, family. Notice for the last 4 years, she's been everything except for Black. We said she was going to do that. For the last 4 years, we said that as the election gets closer, she was going to become Black again. We called it. Watch this.
Of the power of their vote and the power they have when they show up to vote. And it is because of that work that Joe Biden is President of the United States, and I am the first woman and first Black woman to be Vice President of the United States.
What? Oh. You Black again? I thought, what? Wait a minute now. Because when you got elected, you said you weren't going to do anything for Black people. And then after you said you weren't going to do anything for Black people, you started doing things for people who are from your actually indigenous homeland. Remember, she was out here signing all types of laws and assisting everybody who was non-Black. So she became Black again. Real good. And I'm glad that Black Alpha Network was there in the audience because I caught her saying this. This is how they started off election season, but it's going to end way different.
And first Black woman to be Vice President of the United States. And an auntie. For years.
That brother right there was not having it. I'm telling you, that brother right there was like, hell to the no. Wasn't going for none of it. And I'm telling you, they was mugging me, y'all. They was mugging the hell out of me. I had so many people standing around me saying, what's wrong with him? She just said some good stuff, y'all. How could he do that to the vice president? Now, he's not being a goods Blacks man's. That Blacks man's is wrong. All them FBAs and certifieds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Family, they was tap dancing all over the place. I had about 7, 8 tap dancers surrounding me. And anytime I said something, they was looking at me real funny. But guess what? We don't give a damn.
to be Vice President of the United States. And an auntie.
For years, the former president.
Boom. That right there, y'all. Easy work, easy work, easy work. Yeah, they was on that type. They was on that time too, y'all. They was on it, but we wasn't going for it. No, it was all good. It was all good. Because let me tell y'all what happened right after that. Right after that, family, this happened. Let me tell y'all what happened. Right afterwards, soon as that went down, oh, you know, I couldn't sit there and just let that go down and not be heard. I got a hard time sitting back and just hearing people talk like that. I got a hard time seeing people try to cosplay my culture. I got a hard as hell time seeing people trying to disrespect foundational Black Americans, the people who built this country. So right after that, family, I had to say a few things, and, you know, it is what it is, and it was what it was. This is what I did. I had to go deliver a message to the Democratic plantation, the same one we delivered last night. I had to do this on behalf of all of y'all just to let them know you can keep all that stuff. We want reparations.
Also reparations. We want reparations. Come on. Not hip-hop history, but also reparations. We want reparations. Come on. Not hip-hop history, but not fish fry, not collard greens, cash paper reparations for foundational Black American freedom. That's why nobody votes for the Democratic Party no more. No reparations, no vote, no chance, no vote. Make it loud. Also reparations. We want reparations. Come on. Not hip-hop history, but
Boy, he was mugging me, boy, wasn't he? Wasn't he? Boy, he was mugging me. He's like, what he talking about? That's one of them goddamn certifieds over there. That's some FBAs again. Yeah. It was FBA up in there. But guess what? I see you. Hey, hold up. Wait a minute. I see you, Church of Black Power. Yep, I see you, family. Same way, family, you did with, who's that? Was that Maxine Waters? Yeah, I see you, fam. Much respect. Or it might have been Sheila Jackson Lee. Let me know which one it was, bro. But you pressed up on her as well. That's how you do it, brother. Certified salute. I see you. Yeah, that's how we do it, family. Full court press. They don't want to come see us. We gonna come see them.
not fish fry, not collard greens, cash paper reparations for foundational Black American freedom. That's why nobody votes for the Democratic Party no more.
Boom. That part. They know what it was. They know what it was. They know what it was. They know what it is. Yes, that's how we do things. They ran up out of there, got gone. He seen me. I mean, looked at me. So he seen me, know what it was. Yeah, and we're not going to sit back and let these people try to cosplay. It's the disrespect. We ain't really going for the disrespect, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not going for the disrespect. The disrespect, it went too long, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all, if we don't, Sheila Jackson Lee, all right, certified salute. Yeah, that's how we do, family. We don't deal with disrespect because we've been letting these people disrespect us for so long. When they going to stop? When they going to stop? If you don't stop these people from disrespecting our lineage, heritage, and culture now, I mean, what? We're going to be here for another 30, 40, 50, 60 years. I ain't got that kind of time. Y'all ain't got that kind of time. We ain't got that kind of time. So let's just go ahead and sense that we just go ahead and need to move on. Go ahead and G-check. Go ahead and do some regulating. And let's get these people out the paint. And it'll be easier on everybody else if we just go ahead and do that. And that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we're going to continue to do. So we've been moving on right across the board, family. And, you know, speaking of that, since that's the cosplaying that Kamala was on, let's go ahead and talk about some of the cosplaying that Joe Biden was on. Because remember, Joe Biden was running around here trying to act like he was a civil rights icon. Y'all remember that too, right? Who pulled out all of the rug underneath that one? It was us. Look at this right here. Remember when he was getting exposed for trying to act like he was out there protesting? Biden, I was deeply involved initially in the civil rights movement. That's what he said recently. In 1987, he says, I was not an activist. I was not out marching. I was not down to Selma. Look at him doing the same thing from 2024 to 1987 that Kamala Harris was just doing. So it shows you the Democrats have a 60, 70-year hustle con game campaign on Black Americans, and we've been calling that out. Check this out.
I didn't realize, even though I was deeply involved initially in the civil rights movement, that got me. I didn't realize, even though I was deeply involved initially in the civil rights movement, that got me involved to run for the first place.
During the 60s, I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool in the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved. In what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else.
Wait a minute. He said in 2024 he was. Wait a minute, which one is it now?
I didn't realize, even though I was deeply involved initially in the civil rights movement that got me involved to run for the first place.
During the 60s, I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool in the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not.
Okay, so you capping. Okay, so that right there is how he went from Joe Biden to Uncle Joe to Master Joe, and now he's Sleepy Joe, Nursing Home Joe. It shows you, fam, this is what they do. And Barack Obama, by the way, is the main one who gave us him, so that shows you. But this right here, family, that was 2020, yeah. That was 2020. Might have been 2019. Y'all don't see that no more. When's the last time you seen a picture like that? When's the last time you seen a picture like that? He can't take no pictures like that, y'all. He can't take no pictures like that. Hell no. Look at him right there, family. Look at this. That's what they was trying to give us. Look at that. You don't see those pictures. Fam, when was the last time you seen pictures like that? You know, we've been seeing pictures like that for years. We've been seeing pictures like that since we was kids. How come in 2024, them pictures done disappeared? You don't really be seeing pictures like that no more. You don't see that. When was the last time you seen that? I mean, first off, Joe can't really move around like he used to anyway, but that's another story. How come you don't see any of those pictures anymore? Because you can tell that Black Americans and the Black grassroots have gotten rid of all of that. All of that. You don't see that no more, family, because they can't do it. You don't see that no more, family, because we are standing on business. Trust me, just look like I said before. Look what you used to see opposed to what you do see. Look what you used to hear about, what you don't hear about no more. These people never, ever come around us anymore with that type. These pictures done disappeared because all that stranglehold they had in our community done disappeared. And that's all because of the grassroots. Just look at the 2020 election and now look at this election. When you see things ain't the same no more, that's because they're not the same anymore. That's because we have changed the game right in front of everybody's eyes. We changed the game. Speaking of changing the game, y'all remember this just a few months ago? Remember this right here where Kamala Harris came out? She went down to Selma. We were just seeing Joe Biden talk about Selma, right? He was talking about Selma, and you're right, it don't work no more. You absolutely right. Yup, you definitely right, Tilo. It don't work no more. Joe Biden was just talking about, I wasn't down in Selma at all. Okay, remember when they sent Kamala Harris down to Selma a few months ago? As soon as she got down there, she started talking about Gaza, not reparations, not an anti-foundational Black American hate crime bill. No. She started talking about Gaza.
Given the immense scale of suffering in Gaza, there must be an immediate ceasefire. For at least the next 6 weeks, which is what is currently on the table. This will get the hostages out and get a significant amount of aid in. This would allow us to build something more enduring, to ensure Israel is secure and to—
Wait, hold up. So Joe Biden goes to AME Church in Columbia, South Carolina, where Dylann Roof harmed those foundational Black American elders. And Joe Biden goes there and he starts talking about Israel and Gaza. Okay. And then right here you see Kamala Harris goes down to Selma and she starts talking about Israel and Gaza. So they use places where foundational Black Americans were harmed at, not just where we were, not some place that we showed up. They literally go to a place where foundational Black Americans had pain and suffering, and they go give campaign speeches for people on the other side of the earth. And then they come back to us and tell us to go vote for them. Hell no, we ain't going for it. Did I not just sit here and say that they use Breonna Taylor's and George Floyd's for their campaign ads? Family, it's 2024 and they still using Selma pain and suffering for their campaign ads. They're using the massacre in Columbia, South Carolina for their campaign ads. And that's why we're going to use for our campaign ad, something that they not ready for, but they better get used to it. Our campaign ad is going to look something like that right there. Since we using campaign ads, let's go ahead and do what? Let's match that energy. You better have the same energy when you're dealing with FBA, because FBA don't never play, family. That is it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and vote couch, and we're going to make sure that they know that we're going to vote couch, and we're going to let the whole goddamn world know that foundational Black Americans will continue to vote couch, and we're going to do it until they get the point that it said no reparations, no vote. We will not stand out here and have people use our places where we convene at so they can get some type of benefits for people who literally have nothing to do with us. I don't know what world they living in, but the world where we in is the world where FBA controls the yard. Like I say, family, they do not have to respect it, but they know they can't check it. So they better get their goddamn mind right every day and twice on Sundays. So you seen them coming out and trying to run that gambit on us. You seen them out there trying to hustle us, which ain't nothing new. And they see that vote couch, which is the new. That's the new norm. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to continue to be on it. We're going to continue to represent it. And I'm telling the whole world right now, if they do not like the type of time that we are on today, they going to hate it tomorrow, because we got to take this energy and we got to go ahead and just continue it all the way through until the election. If we move this energy to the election, family, then everything that we want is going to come true. And if you look at the polls right now, and they are very, very clear right now, you can tell that we are having a dominant effect. We are the ones really out here moving the needle. These other people ain't moving the needle. Telling you right now, Holland Martin is not moving the needle. That's all about us. We're the ones moving the needle. We're the ones changing the game. They're using our talking points. We got rid of all their talking points. Their talking points don't stand nowhere. Ain't nobody out here talking about them. We, on the other hand, we got these folks trying to answer every single thing we say, and we got them out here sending out this old man trying to get some type of benefit. This right here was today. Now, we done talk about everybody else. Let me show y'all the response that Joe Biden thought that he was going to give. They send out Joe Biden, y'all, to speak today, and I want y'all to see how bad and terrible this goes. It didn't get no better from last night, y'all. It did not get any better from last night. This is Joe Biden just a few hours ago trying to do his own version of damage control. And let me know. We know that there was damage, but let me know, did y'all see any control?
As you can tell, I want to say a hell of a lot more, but I'm not going to, because I want to hear a guy, there's a guy that you've probably heard about. As you can tell, I want to say a hell of a lot more, but I'm not going to, because I want to hear a guy, there's a guy that you've probably heard about.
What the hell does that mean? I want to say a hell of a lot more about the guy that you probably heard about. Like Donald Trump said, I don't know what the hell he was saying, and I don't think he knows. Proceed. This was him earlier today, a few hours ago, trying to clean up the mess. And I'm not talking about the one he had on stage at the D-Day celebration, trying to clean up the mess from last night's debacle.
I remember my dad was dropping me off to get a license to be a lifeguard in Wilmington, Delaware, at the swimming pools. And I got out of the car in Rodney Square, they call it. And that's where the DuPont building is, and the Hercules Corporation, all in that one quarter. And two well-dressed men were kissing each other. And I hadn't seen that before. I looked at my dad. I was 16 years old. Looked at my dad, and he said, "It's simple, Joey. They love each other. It's simple."
What does this have to do with last? I'm lost.
One quarter. And two well-dressed men were kissing each other. And I hadn't seen that before. I looked at my dad. I was 16 years old. Looked at my dad, and he said, "It's simple, Joey. They love each other. It's simple."
That is your plan to clean up last night. Joe, you lost me again. You lost me again, Joe. You lost me. There you go. He's confused again. Matter of fact, Joe, you didn't just lose me. Apparently, you lost yourself as well. Damn.
Senator Gillibrand here. All right.
OMG, that's a big deal.
What the hell is going on? Terrible, terrible, terrible. This shows you again, family, what we were saying.
General White, we welcome you to our movement and ask for your help and your partnership in making America the strongest, most magnificent country again anywhere in the world. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, young or old, black.
That goes to show you, family, whenever they got that and that's what they have, oh yeah, they're going to be trying to get this man to step down. And like we were saying, we're starting to kind of hear it now. Maybe here in the next few days, some of those backdoor, I'm telling you right now, as we speak together today, the Democrats are having some real backstage conversations. They're pushing some envelopes across the table. They're exchanging some briefcases. They want this man gone. They want this man out the paint. He can't be here no more, because that is what happens whenever you make that type of debacle in front of the world. You done literally, fam, in front of the whole damn world, you ruined coming out on stage. How do you ruin coming out on stage? People said the debate was over as soon as it started because the man couldn't even walk out on stage properly. That's a damn shame. And we are watching it in real time, as we always say. Watch this right here, family. He was really trying to get Buck. He was really thinking that he was old Joe Biden, when really he's just the older Joe Biden.
Now, Trump is making it clear that if he doesn't win this time, there will be, in his words, bloodshed. Now, Trump is making it clear that if he doesn't win this time, there will be, in his words, bloodshed.
He didn't say none of this last night, though. None of this was said last night at all. Somebody told him, they said, go out there and try to liven it up. Watch him right here, incoherently slurring. Nobody knows what he's saying.
As I stand here today, I can honestly say I've never been more optimistic about America's future in my whole career. As I stand here today, I can honestly say I've never been more optimistic about America's future in my whole career. As I stand here today, I can honestly say
that was literally one whole word with this man. A whole word. He said 4 words in one. Okay.
Folks, I give you my words of Biden. I would not be running again if I didn't believe with all my heart and soul I can do this job.
Now, mind you, fam, when he's saying with all his heart and soul he can do this job, who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? He's not talking to anybody other than the people who want him to step down. Watch right now. He tries to lump us in with the black and brown.
Historic creation of small business in black and all communities across.
Look, he couldn't even get brown out. Look, hey, he couldn't even say brown. He tries to say the black and brown and can't even get that out. This is how bad it is, y'all. Watch this. He said the black and people.
Historic creation of small business in black and all communities across the nation, particularly in rural, all communities across the nation, particularly in rural. Small business in black and all communities across the nation, particularly in rural areas.
Family, you know we winning when that black and brown coalition, they can't even say it no more. We done canceled that word to the point he don't even feel comfortable getting that word out no more. It used to be black and brown this, black and brown that. Now he's at the point, family, he can't even say black and brown. The man he had it right. You know what? I'm going to say something. Let me get this correct. This is going to be something, but I got to say it, y'all. Joe Biden actually got something correct. He really did. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put credit where credit needs to go. I'm going to give credit where it belongs. Joe Biden actually got that right. Out of all the fumbling, all the stumbling, all the mumbling, all that, Joe Biden finally got one thing correct. He was trying to say the black and brown, and he only said black because he couldn't get out the brown. And that's the way it should have been, because that's the way it is. And we are the ones who made it that way. So you know what, Joe? You got something right. You're trying to say the black and brown coalition, but you couldn't say it because it don't exist, which means foundational black Americans, again, have canceled the whole Democratic Party. We canceled all the blacks and browns, the minorities, and the people of colors, and the yes, we cans. We canceled all of that to the point where Joe Biden is speaking, and he can't even say black and brown because now he knows that foundational black Americans canceled that a long ass time ago. DC in panic, y'all. DC in panic. That's Time Magazine right there. That's Time Magazine. All of the other things I showed y'all earlier, those were national publications. Yes, they were. But family. That right there is Time Magazine. We show Politico, we show the Washington Examiner, we show Newsweek. Time Magazine is saying that Washington is in panic because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden and the Democrats are in panic because of FBA. So that means de facto that foundational Black Americans done put our work on the top front page of Time Magazine. And that just came out today. We don't reach Time Magazine with our victories. Our victories don't look like everybody else because they not like us. Our victories don't come with handouts. Our victories don't come with benefits and luxuries. Our benefits come with G-checking, regulating. And then we G-check and we regulate so much that it gets to the point where Time Magazine got to put it on there and show you DC is panicking. And I should go ahead and add on, you might as well put DC panics, Biden panics, the Democratic Party panics, all because foundational Black Americans done started regulating their ass. That's why. We win again, y'all. We win again. That's what we do. So it's a beautiful thing, y'all. It's a beautiful thing watching it happen. It's a beautiful thing enjoying the show. And it's a beautiful thing when you're a foundational Black American and your work can go all the way up to the highest levels of American society. Your work can go all the way up to the highest levels of the world, where people literally sit back, see what you do, and then they try to run and try to duck and try to take cover. But no matter how much they run, they try to duck and take cover, they end up stumbling, fumbling, just like Joe Biden when he talks. That's because of us. That is because of us. I will not let no goddamn body say anything different. Don't let nobody tell you it's because of these people, that people. You got Roland Martin out here saying the reason why Joe Biden ain't winning is really just because they don't have a good plan. Nope. It's because FBA ain't rocking with them. You got folks running out here saying the reason Joe Biden ain't winning is because they don't have a good economic approach. Nope. It's because FBA ain't rocking with them. You got folks running around out here saying it's because they outreach program hasn't been too good. Nope. It's because FBA ain't rocking with them. That is why. You're going to hear a whole lot of things, family, for the next 6 months. The next debate, the Democratic National Convention, the Republican National Convention. Every single week while you watch television or you get on your social media timeline, you're going to have a whole bunch of people telling you it's this, that, and the other thing why they crashing out. Is this, that, and the other thing why the game is over for the Democrats and Joe Biden. But I am here to tell you, as a certified foundational Black American, all of that is because we are standing on lineage business and we are voting Couch 2024. We already broke down why all of the people of color is going for the Republicans. We done broke down how all the Palestinians are out here and they gonna vote for the Republicans. And we already broke down how the Democrats are going to turn around, come back looking for us. And when they get there, they're not going to see us because guess what? Our address is not on the Democratic plantation. Our address is at the FBA compound. And if you do not like the FBA compound, you better fall all the way back because this is the new norm. So when you see Joe Biden looking like this right here, that's because of FBA. When you see Joe Biden looking like that right there, that's because of FBA. When you see Joe Biden looking around dazed and confused like that picture you see on your screen, that's because of FBA. When you see Joe Biden looking like that, lost, can't find himself, that don't know where the hell he is, and that right there, knowing that he done fucked around and found out, that is all because of certified foundational Black Americans. That means you, me, all of us together as one. Certified salute. That time. All right, y'all. Special Friday show. Y'all know I had to break it down. Y'all know we had to roll it up, chop it up the way we do. And we just need to go ahead and do a victory lap. And guess what? We're going to do so many goddamn victory laps, family. It's going to become the usual because we're going to keep winning because all we've ever done is won. That is what we do. That is who we are. They not like us. And now they know it. And whether they know it or not, it don't mean nothing, family, because we're going to take this to another level and we're going to keep on stomping on that Democratic plantation and we're going to keep on winning and we're going to keep on doing it with FBA certified style because we have always been exceptional. That part. Family, I'm going to say this. I'm going to always drop on Tuesdays. I'm going to always drop, family. Y'all always can expect me right here to bring that fire on Tuesdays. But, you know, we're going to liven it up. We're going to liven it up, family. We're going to drop some podcasts. We're going to drop some videos. We're going to be on the scene reporting. I got some stuff I'm fixing to work on some hate crime stuff. There's been some hate crimes that y'all been seeing in the news where I'm about to report on those. We're going to be live on the scene. We're going to be bringing real Black activist journalism. We're going to be out here with the people. I can't wait to see all of y'all. If I ever come on here and y'all see that, like, I'm not like right here with the Black Alpha Fist, and I might be in your city or your town. All right. So tap in with me because we'll come through, man, and we'll hang out. It's the summertime. We need to rock. So you're going to be seeing a lot more. I might pop up on Friday, might pop up on Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. It don't matter. I'm wherever the people are. So if we see something like that debacle last night, I'm going to come here so we can all get together and roast because like I said, y'all, my subscribers, my followers, and my riders are the best. I put them against anybody else's. This chat is the livest. The chat is where it's at, y'all. I'm telling you, the chat is where it's at. When we get together and get to roasting, sometimes I got to mute myself because I be laughing at some of the stuff y'all be saying because y'all be on one. So I love the family, man. I appreciate every last one of you, man. Appreciate the love. You guys know that, though. Y'all already know, man. We're taking this Black activism to another level, but we're going to do it as a family because one thing about us, the Black Alpha Network, Certified Black Society, Foundation of Black Americans, we don't move as individuals. We move as a collective. And if you think one foundational Black American or 2 or 3 or 4 are very, very dangerous, you ain't seen 50 million of us. And that's how we move. 50 million strong, man, and they can't touch it. And they can never, ever, ever stop it. So let's continue to work, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant, man. Like I always tell y'all, stay good, man, because we out here living in this race war. And I want y'all to make sure that Biden ends up in that nursing home. And I know y'all standing on that couch for 2024. You know what I'm saying? So they better respect it because they damn sure can't check it. That's the type of time and the type of energy we on, y'all. So let's take this all the way across the board. And just when you wake up tomorrow, when you go on about your day, go ahead and walk with that goddamn certified bop, y'all. And just know that you win it and we win it. And when we win in family, we win in style. Always have been. So certified salute to the family. Always much love and respect. Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Free Huey. Peace and love.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.